1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, besties? Welcome back. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I know we've been gone for a little while, but we're back and we're better now.
Hell yeah.
How are you,
We had
Vanessa?
to take a little break. You know, it was Christmas. It was New Year's. So.
I know, and I feel like emotions were high for some reason.
For sure.
I think everyone needed like a break.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And then something about like the full moon. I mean, I don't know about all that, but I just kept seeing people say, "Oh, like the full moon."
And you're like, "Yeah, I feel it."
I'm like, "Yeah, like my life is in shambles right now."
Do you feel like you're like those people that in the new year you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna get my shit together"?
I learned a long time ago not to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there was a time, like high school me was always like, New Year, new me. Like, and I make a list and like, do the most. But no, now I don't do that at all.
You don't do any resolutions?
No, none.
Really?
No, zero.
You just go out and
I feel like what I'm more about now is just kind of like, if I wake up one day and I think about something that like, I'm like, because, I feel like as a human, at least me personally, I think about 1,000 things a day that I want to change about myself.
Yeah. And
it's fucking unhealthy, so I'm really trying. That's actually one of the things I worked on this last year, 2022, was just kind of every time like I had a thought come up and like that make me hate myself or not like myself. And I would just always ask myself like, okay, like, is this reasonable? Is this something I can change right now?
Yeah.
Or if I can't change it right now, what's something that I can do, something small, a little thing that I can do to take a step towards making it better. And I'd also ask myself, like, is it true? Like, for example,
like, can I actually do this?
Like, or is it true? Is like, or is my brain exaggerating?
Oh, like the situation.
Yeah. For example,
okay.
like, I know I'm not fat. Like, I'm a thin girl, but I have like body dysmorphia. Like, I grew up with it. I struggle with it. I do think that it's better now, and I don't think it's extreme either. But I really was that girl that would really. My body didn't look like a Victoria's Secret thin.
Yeah.
So because it wasn't like a Victoria's Secret type of thin, I just always assumed I'm fat. And I'm not fat. Like, that's insane. And I would, like, refrain from holding back certain things. So, like, for example, my brain was like, oh, like, you can't wear that because you're fat. I check in with myself, like, okay, are you really fucking fat, bitch? No, you're not.
That's really hard, though.
Yeah, it's super, super.
Because that's definitely something I've been working on, that I started working on last year, too, because as soon as you see any roll on me, I'm like, oh, I can't wear this shirt anymore.
Yes.
And I hate that because it's not that serious.
It's not.
Like, nobody's looking the way you think they're looking at you.
For me, it's my hip dips. Oh, I hate them
so
much.
It's crazy, me having checked her out 100 times. I've never seen your hip
Really?
dips.
Because I had them really well. No, they're really, but I do have those days where I'm like, I can't hide it in this outfit. Yeah. I can't wear it.
And then everything you wear, like, you're only looking at that.
Yeah.
And then your closet's a disaster.
But then, you know what? I feel like you said, it is really hard, but I do think that if you take little steps towards it, maybe you can't go out in public showing your hip dips, maybe you could start like showing them around your house. And I feel like that's how, at least me personally, when in that case, that's kind of how I started getting into it. Because I'm not gonna lie, there have been instances now that I do it. Sometimes my brain gets the best of me and I won't go out in public really like showing my defined hip dips, but it has happened. And I realized, like, dude, no one's looking at me, no one's commenting. I've even gotten compliments like, oh, like, this and that. So it's like no one's really paying attention. It's just you and your own brain. Because even when I'm out in public and I notice hip dips on a girl, I don't ever think like, oh, that looks fucking ugly. Like, if anything, I think I'm really happy that she feels confident right now, that she's out here rocking her outfit, looking good, and she's owning that shit. And it's inspiring to me as someone that like struggles with that shit. So yeah.
No, but it's true. And I think it does make a difference, especially because sometimes I'll be looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh, dude. And I'm like, but you're not ugly. And then that little of like, you know what, you're not ugly. You just feel ugly right now. Yeah. Like, it's okay. Yeah. That, to me, I feel like has created the biggest change with my body dysmorphia for me to be like, okay, it's really not that bad and it's not that serious. Yeah. But you know what I do hate when people are like, oh, you're married. What do you care?
Oh, that's the worst.
Like, bro, so I still want to fit. No, but when you're in a relationship, people say that. Like, they're like, oh, what do you care what you look like? Like, you have your partner. Like, cool. So I still want to look good.
Exactly.
And I want to feel good.
Exactly, 100%. Or do you think that, for example, me, when I'm in a relationship, sometimes, like, I'll be going out somewhere and then maybe if I was single, I knew I'd probably get more ready. But since I'm in a relationship, I'm like, well, who am I going to try to impress anyway? Like,
kind of.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I have my man with me.
I feel like with me, I'm like always, again, insecurity problems, whatever. I don't do it as much anymore, but I feel like before I would be like, because I really am that person that dresses so bummy all the time.
Yeah.
And like, I
But
look
you do
like
cute bummy though.
But not when I'm home or like when I'm gonna go out, like you said, like with Alex, I'll be like, "Ugh, whatever, who cares?" But now I'm like, ew, like I don't want, like, I want my man to look at me and be like, "Oh, she's so cute." Yeah. And sometimes when I know I don't like look my best, I'm like, "Oh, there's no way he's saying this about me." Even if he's not thinking it, I still get more in my head without him even saying anything.
Yeah. So for you, it's more for yourself.
Yeah.
You're trying to look good for yourself, for your own well-being.
Yeah. Because I noticed that when I feel good, when I feel like I look good, I feel good, emotionally.
And that's true, honestly. I think for anyone. Do you feel like that it should be that way? Like, because you can look at both sides. Do you feel like do you think as a society we put too much of an emphasis on how we look? I mean, not saying it shouldn't be important. Like, of course, you should care about yourself, take care of yourself. But like, for example, like, you know, you have friend groups that are going out to, like, let's say a club, and then let's say one outdresses the other ones, or she didn't coordinate her outfit with everyone else, and then everyone's like fighting over it, and it's like, oh, well, she looked better, or this and this and that. You know, do you think like that creates problems?
I think it can, but I also changed my perspective on that. And remember we had talked about it when you said like, oh, you know, I don't try to match people's like outfits. Yeah. I like doing it just in general because I think it looks cute. But now I definitely am more so where I'm like, if I feel like dressing up and dressing like overdressing, and people
are not going to,
like
you'll still do it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter to me.
That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like I was in friend groups where they would check in with me on what I was gonna wear, and then I'd say, okay, I'm gonna wear this. Yeah. And then last minute, you know, I'll change a certain thing. Like, I'll change it into a skirt instead of the jeans I was wearing. Or, you know, just change. And not on purpose. And I wouldn't do it all the time. Like, just here and there. You know, I wasn't like over here just on purpose changing my outfit so that, like, they wouldn't.
Bugging your friends over.
I know, literally, no, I wasn't doing like that. Like, just, you know, sometimes it happens. You're like, maybe I don't really like this, actually. Like, let me change it up or whatever, you know. And then there'd be issues. And I never understood that, because I would always say, like, if you really just check in with yourself instead of me, and ask yourself, like, what do you want to wear tonight? Are you comfortable in this? I mean, you know where you're going. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know you're going to a club. You know you're going to a restaurant. Right. So if you want to wear a dress, wear the damn dress.
Yeah, especially too because like we were talking about, like sometimes you're going to go out and I hate that though. When you're going to go out is when you most notice your flaws. And I would notice that, like, if we were gonna dress up and I really wanted to wear jeans, I'd be like, oh, but everyone's wearing a dress, but I don't really feel that comfortable in a dress right now. Right. And I would still wear it, and then I'd be uncomfortable the rest of the night. Exactly. Instead of just like but I think what helped me was noticing that I can pretty much updress like anything. Like if I'm gonna wear jeans, I could wear a super slutty top and some big old heels,
accessories.
And I'm still gonna match, I guess, the vibe of that. Yeah. So that is what helped me, I think, last year. And even with the gym, because people lately, for some reason, everyone's been like, oh, why are you wearing makeup to gym? Cheers to the new year. This time around in 2023, it's time to make resolutions you actually keep. Our sponsors at Manscaped have the perfect tools to keep you and your significant other clean and tidy this year. Manscaped tools for his jewels are so good, you'll want them for yourself. The Platinum Package 4.0 is the perfect start to set your first New Year's resolution with good intentions. And join the 7 million people worldwide who trust Manscaped with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use the code BESTIES for 20% off plus free shipping.
Yes, for 2023, y'all, one of my resolutions is definitely going to be to just try to push a grooming routine onto the man in my life. You know, not that he doesn't keep up already, you know, but, you know, sometimes he'd be slacking off, especially during the winter time. But I think it's important for the livelihood of our relationship. You know, we just need everything to be on lock, ready to go 24/7, you know, so I think that's one of the things that I'm going to try to do. That's a good one. I think self-care, you know, it's important. He needs it. The Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0 is the one-stop shop for the man who deserves all 2023 has to offer. They designed this package to give your man all the best products he needs for his hygiene routine. Inside this platinum package, you'll find the Manscaped Classics, including their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer and Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. Even better, this package adds an ultra premium body wash, ultra premium 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner, ultra premium deodorant formulations plus 2 free gifts.
His 2023 grooming routine isn't complete without applying Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver. These unique formulations take care of the smelliest part of his body and are a big boost to his confidence into the new year. To complete the set, Manscaped threw in their Shed Travel Bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs as free gifts to keep all your goodies stored comfortably.
I'm gonna need to take that Shed Travel Bag. The Ultra Premium Body Wash is made with the best ingredients to make you not mind those times when you might have to use his body wash instead of yours. It's cologne infused with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean, nice, and moisturized. Upgrade both yours and his grooming routine this year and use the best tools for the job. Whether your resolution is to work out more or travel to new places, be sure to travel to manscaped.com for our exclusive 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES. Cheers to being clean and comfortable all the new year.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code BESTIES. New year, no pubes in 2023 with Manscaped.
Period.
I mean, now return to your regular scheduled programming. Because people lately, for some reason, everyone's been like, "Oh, why are you wearing makeup to gym?" I'm like, bro, because I want to look in the mirror and be like, "Who's that bad bitch?" And then be like, "Oh, it's me. Like, look at how good I look right now." And not because anybody else is looking at me, because I'm literally looking in the mirror. And I feel like that helped me a lot.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to I don't know if it's a saying gym rats have, but it's like, it's me against me in the gym, you know? Like, I'm not here to try to be better than anyone. I'm literally here focused on myself. Yeah. So if you're wearing makeup at the gym, it's obviously something you're doing to help yourself. Yeah. And I feel like the women that are judging, like, why are you wearing makeup? They're there focusing on other people, which they should not be doing.
Or you're kind of just allowing your insecurities to go off of other people, and you can't. Yeah, honestly, the gym is so packed right now. Yeah. Like, so packed.
Everybody's starting their
But I love that. I kind of love it. Like, it is kind of inconvenient, but I mean, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna wait for a machine.
Because from all of them, a bunch is gonna stick through it.
Yeah, and honestly, even if they don't, I still think it's nice that it's something that it's in their head that they're like, okay, this new... Because I think what's wrong with the gym lately is that everyone goes more so for vanity. Okay. Which is nice, you know. Obviously, you go knowing that you're gonna gain some muscle and you're gonna look a little better. But I think it's good that people go anyways. Like, even if you're not pushing your hardest, I'm like, bro, at least you went and you took a walk, because that's pretty much what it's there for. Like, it's still healthy.
It's still
to go take a walk, to go lift some weight, to get your heart pumping. Like, it's still healthy at the end of the day. So I don't mind when like that every year people are like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight this year. I'm like, good. I hope you stick to it. Yeah. So I was nice today at the gym.
Love that.
It was so packed though.
Do you have any New Year resolutions?
I do want to read more this year. Okay. I read a lot last year, but I want to read more this year. What's another one? I feel like I had a bunch.
I saw you lift your neck in the airplane. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I did.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. You know the crazy thing, dude? That right before I saw that you tweeted that, I had just seen a TikTok come up on my For You page of a girlfriend recording her boyfriend, like at the airport, like coffee shop. And he was literally like with his hands in his face.
Oh, because he had lost his
nut? Because he left his nut in the airplane too.
Dude, that's how I was like,
what the fuck? I was like, damn.
It's so horrible because you have so many more books on there than you do physically. Yeah. And I can't remember which ones, but I think it's an account.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, can you like?
So I can just get another one, but it's not the same. Yeah, like that was my OG You're one. Attached to it. I was low key attached to it. Yeah. Actually, when I broke the case for my neck, I was I was like, I don't deserve you, like. And so when I left it on the plane, when I was younger, I left my mom's chocolate. Remember that phone? The chocolate.
My God.
I left your chocolate on the plane, and every time I lose something on the plane, I'm like, remember when I lost the chocolate phone on there?
Did your mom beat your ass?
Yeah, she did. She was mad.
Because the chocolates were popping back then.
Dude, and the only
everybody
reason
and their mamas wanted them.
Yeah, the only reason I even had it was because I had bought like a few ringtones and I would replay that snippet of the song. Right. Yeah, so I asked my mom, like, can I like listen to it? And she was like, fine. And I remember exactly where I left it too.
The struggles back then.
Dumb little girl. What'd you do for New Year's?
New Year's, I just was at home with my mom. I spent Christmas with my dad because my parents are divorced. So Christmas, I spent it with my dad and my sisters up the hill. And for New Year's, we were down the hill with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really fun actually. My parents are super lit. My dad had a huge like tequila bottle for us ready. We played like so many games, like all these TikTok games. We like played a bunch. And for all of them, it was like, take a shot. So we all ended up fucked up. And the kids were getting so impatient. So we opened the gifts early. We didn't even wait till 12.
I did that too.
Yeah, we're like, fuck it. Yeah, we're like, we could not wait. Who gives a damn? So we opened the gifts, which was really nice. And yeah, so that was Christmas. It was really nice. My dad's favorite soccer team is Pumas, and I was able.
That's my dad's favorite
Really?
soccer team. Yeah,
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
I know.
Oh,
I literally just said that today too. I was like,
Really?
yeah, I've always gone for the Pumas, but only because my dad and my brother went for the Pumas.
Same, and I don't know anything. Well, I know about soccer, but I don't really watch it, and I would only watch it with my dad.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, and I was able to buy him soccer tickets for the game if they're gonna play in
cute.
TJ, and he's never been to a soccer game ever.
Ever?
And I was like, what the fuck? Because like he's had money. Like my dad does really well for himself. So I'm like, dude, like I can't believe. And it just made me think, dude, my dad has always been super hardworking, but he never buys anything for himself.
Yeah.
He's just always like, you guys have everything you guys want. And we always tell him, what do you want? What do you want? And he always says nothing.
Que se porten bien.
No, literally. He'll be like, un abrazo y un beso. Mija, like, what? Like, okay, sir. So this year, you know, and a lot of times, you know, back, you know, younger me was just more like selfish. Like, all right, bet. Like, I'll just buy
what I want.
Yeah, here's my little t-shirt for you. You know, like a little cologne for you. You know, I wouldn't really try, you know, but now that I'm older and you know, I'm trying to show more like love and appreciation towards my parents. And I was like, dude, what's a gift that I feel like he'd really like go crazy for? And I got him some soccer game tickets. So we're going to go.
Did you get it? Like, was it like a collective gift with your sisters? Or
No, just for me. No, we all told each other we were going to get him at least a present of over $100 because he's always like, I don't want nothing. So we never do anything crazy for him.
You're like, okay.
Like, okay. So this year we were like, no, like we all like told each other at least $100 I have to spend on him. Like, you know, so my sister got him like some AirPods because he had the knockoff. And I
the Walgreens one?
Dude, no, literally the ones you see at the gas station, the knockoff AirPods, dude, and he rocks them. Like, he doesn't care. He's like, dude, like, they work good, you know? And it just reminded me of, like, back in the day when we asked him for iPod Nanos, and he fucking took us to the Tianguis in LA, and he got us the fucking MP3s. God. Dude, and we were young. We were little kids, so we weren't really, like, we didn't really know. So I was like, oh, is this like a different version? Like, I don't give a fuck as long as music could go in it. Yeah. Like, I was happy. But then it wasn't until like I realized, like, wait, these don't look like,
Dad, what is
the
this
fuck
shit?
is this? No, literally. And I always think about that story. But yeah, so I got him those tickets.
Are you gonna go with him?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with him.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never been to a soccer game either.
Dude, honest to God, they're so much fun. I think out of all, well, I've never been to a basketball game, but I do think that because the fans are the best.
Okay,
they're just so. Because I went to a Dodger game and look, I was like, yo, this is boring.
Did you get fucked up at least?
No.
Okay, dude. You should have.
But that's what I mean. Like, soccer games, I feel like you could go and not be fucked up and everybody's hyped.
The vibe?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
They're
that.
really, really fun. I think everyone should go to a soccer game, low-key.
Okay, cool. Then I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and I think I got him that. My sister got him AirPods. I forgot what the heck my other sister got him. But it was really nice because he always swears he doesn't want anything. And I feel like this is a year that we all kind of really tried to get him something that we thought he'd really like. And I've never like seen him smile that hard. And I was like, dude, like, okay, you know, it makes me... I guess it's just easy as a daughter to be like, okay, like whatever, you know, like if they say I don't want anything to be like, okay, like whatever, listen, you know, but no, like this year really showed me like, dude, even though he says he doesn't want something, like deep down, I'm starting to realize he probably does, you know, and I'm like, I'm a dick. So
he's all these grown bitches. He's like, get me shit.
No, literally. So no, so yeah, it was really dope. New Year's. My mom and I had been going through like some rocky things, so I was a little worried, not gonna lie, because my older sister was the one that agreed to have New Year's at our house, and I was gonna be there. I wasn't trying to go out or anything, and I was like, "Fuck, like, is it gonna be awkward?" You know, because we were kind of like barely starting to get on like talking terms again.
Yeah.
And not like anything crazy had happened, but it's just, you know, it's just a little awkward, you know, like Hispanic mom drama is always a little hectic, but I was just like, okay. I'm gonna just. I remember I was just telling my sister, I was like, I'm gonna just get fucked up, so like I could be like extra nice.
Why is that the solution?
No, literally,
to
right?
everything? I'm like, it's okay. I'll just get fucking drunk,
and it'll be fine. I won't feel awkward. I won't feel weird. Like I'll be cool. But honestly, surprisingly, like I feel like I had missed her because it just So to like be sitting at the table
during the holidays.
Yeah, for sure. So I was just sitting with her at the table and. I was just like, you know what? I was completely sober and I was like, this is nice. I realized I kind of missed her. Fighting with her isn't fun. So it was and I know my mom kind of had a really hard year, and my mom doesn't do like any kind of tradition. And this year she did the grape eating tradition. I don't know if you do it.
Yeah, I didn't buy grapes this year, but I do it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't know. Well, I
forgot about it mostly.
Yeah. So we did it a long ass time ago, years ago, but we never. It wasn't something that we did annually. And I feel like she was like, I got everybody grapes, and she got like I guess my aunt told her about like lighting candles too. Like
that one I don't know of.
I don't know. Yeah, me either. And she was just like, I just really want next year to be better. She was like, so I'm really hoping that this like helps us. Like she was really like, I could just really tell. And I was like, damn, mom, like I felt that. Like, so everybody was fucked up by that point. Like, so. My sisters weren't really taking it serious. They were just like drunk as fuck. Like, what the fuck is this, mom? Like 12 wishes. Like, okay, they weren't really like taking it. But I was like, you know what? I could tell on her face that it really meant a lot to her. So I was taking it.
Do you guys announce it to like your wishes or
no? We weren't announcing them. No, but I feel like me and my youngest sister were the only ones that were like, okay, like closing our eyes and like genuinely really like trying to like wish. And dude, it was just so fucking funny though, because we're on San Bernardino and my neighbors always get like explosives. They don't get fireworks. And they were literally popping these little things that sounded like bombs, like literally sounded like bombs. And every time they go off, they make all the cars on the street start
that's
beeping.
So annoying.
Dude, it's so annoying. And we were literally with our eyes closed, like trying to make wishes. And you just hear like, boom.
You're on a war scene.
Beep. Literally, dude. I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, but it was fun, like it was.
That's hella funny.
It was nice. We got the strobe lights going. The music was blasting.
And it was just your family?
Yeah, my sisters, my baby, my sister's husband, her kids, like my mom. Like it was just us. It was really nice time.
Your holidays sound like it was like really sweet.
Yeah, it was good. It was better than I expected. It's crazy. Your brain's always like, oh, you're dreading it. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be this. Yeah. Like our brains tend to be so fucking negative. But no, it was a really good time.
You always think you know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Which is valid, especially if things like that would happen in the past.
And it's consistent,
Yeah, exactly. But just that's why I feel like I'm trying to kind of get in that headspace where it's like, okay, well, if I'm already assuming it's gonna be that way, I'm also kind of adding to that negative energy of like, but if I could think to myself, I could put my best foot forward, and just because it was like that doesn't mean it will be like that,
or that it has to be.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times you'll find out that it's better than what your brain is.
Oh, for sure. Just take it. I think too, just going into it more in a neutral state. Like I'm not expecting too much, but I'm not gonna think the worst.
And that's really good, actually. If you can't think it's gonna be positive, at least neutral.
Yeah, because if I go, I'm like, it's gonna be so fun, then it's not. I'm gonna be annoyed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
true.
Okay, well, I mean, it wasn't bad, but like that sucked. And if you're just neutral, it's kind of like, oh, okay, because that's
true.
That's how Christmas felt too.
That's a good way to look at it.
We opened our presents at like 11, but because my uncle's old and he wanted to go to bed, so we were like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny though. Alex wrapped obviously my gift, but he got me earrings, and so he stuffed old shoes in there so I couldn't shake it and know, and he could package it in a bigger one. And then all day he was like, I can't find my ring, I can't find my wedding ring, and he was like panicking, and he's never lost it, and he always gave me shit for it because I always lose mine. And I was like, you see, sometimes it happens, like whatever. And I was like, we're gonna find it like eventually. I'm sure it's somewhere, and it was inside of my like of the wrapping of it.
That's funny. He didn't know it like slipped off.
Yeah, I guess he because look, like honestly, this shit could fall easily.
Oh, damn.
I need to get it resized.
At the same time, it's good though. I mean, not that I hope your fingers get fat, but sometimes
No, actually, my fingers are getting skinnier. That's why I've already resized it once.
Oh,
and
shit.
So
I don't have.
Shout out to me. I feel like it's like my own personal. Have you seen people like? It's more like in the African culture they use beads, like waist beads. It's I don't know if that's what they're called, but it's literally just waist beads. But they use them for anything. It's an accessory, but it's also used to like track your weight, because once you start losing weight, you can feel them loosen up, obviously. So I just say it's my own like personal weight, like my finger waist bead.
I don't have a problem. Mine's get fatter.
my God. Let me see. You have cute ass hands.
Dude, I've always hated my fingers. I feel like I have like old lady hands.
No,
like,
you have super cute hands. I love looking at girls' hands because I don't like my hands personally, but I think like so many girls have like such sweet like I feel like your hands are like, I don't know,
really,
they're so sweet.
Dude, I've always felt like I've had old lady hands.
Like if we were in a movie and like it would be like a cut, like a nice good frame of just your hands like caressing someone's face.
Dude, like I'll never forget like when Hugo gave me a promise ring years ago. He wanted to take pictures, like a whole fucking engagement shoot, like holding my hand, and I was like cringing.
Do you have a picture like that? Yeah. In the snow, right? Yeah. I love that picture.
Yeah, dude, I literally was cringing. Well, it's not on my page anymore.
No. But I was a fan of you at the time. At that time, dude, I loved when Hugo posted you.
Didn't I cringe so bad?
Really?
I showed my hand. I was like, it looks like a fucking pig hand. Like, I was such a hater.
Oh my God, hell! And your fit in that pic is hella cute. You're wearing a pink shirt. I remember.
Actually, that was not at the snow, but it was at the train station.
Okay, I don't know, but I know you're wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah. Then you like the train station ones in, because I was wearing a yellow shirt at the snow with a ring.
Oh yeah.
But I still am like.
I know what you. Oh my God, you're right. It wasn't the one where the lights.
The lights.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, but thank you. You do remember and you do pay attention.
Yeah, it's because I honestly thought you were just so gorgeous. I loved your guys' pictures and videos.
And that's wild because I felt so ugly in all of those pictures.
No, you look amazing.
Isn't it crazy what our brains do to us? Like they have us out here believing we're mid. Like what the fuck?
I know.
And that is not true. Don't listen to your brain.
No.
Just turn it off.
Don't listen to yourself, you're an idiot. I have been drinking so much water though, so can I go pee?
Did you see that TikTok that said, because you know how me and you send each other like a bunch of TikToks?
Yeah.
I always assume that whichever ones come up on my timeline on yours.
Sometimes.
So, and I know you drink a lot of water, so I just assumed that you probably saw it too. But it was like this girl just saying how if you drink a lot of water, you're not meant to pee as often, because a lot of people are like, oh, I drink a lot of water, but how do you girls do it? Like, because you're peeing all the time. And she was saying that if you pee a lot of the water that you're drinking, it means that it doesn't have electrolytes in it.
I don't think that's true though, because water is meant to like disintoxicate you too. So like if you're peeing, that means you're aiding like the toxins to kind of to get out. Yeah, to get out. Yeah. So how the fuck else am I supposed to get them out?
Yeah, I don't know. But she was just being like, oh, put like Himalayan salt and baking soda in it.
Oh, that's true though. Yeah. That does aid in hydration. But you could also like, this is something that I learned. I mean, I didn't learn, I already knew, but I honestly 100 recommend if you want to drink more water. I put lemon, cucumber, and ginger in my shit.
Ooh, and you're just like,
and it honestly,
tastes better?
It's not that it tastes better, it just feels more like a snack. Ooh. Like if I'm drinking like a Starbucks.
Like if you have trouble drinking just plain water.
Yeah. Because, and I put it in a cute cup and I drink it like that because it makes me feel like I'm not drinking water.
Just
like
water.
Yeah, like it's like my replacement for
So
Starbucks.
You're able to replace like water completely. Like for example, my brain used to be like, oh no, well I can't really put like fruits in my water because then I'm not drinking water anymore. Water. It's fucking juice now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No, because like lemon and ginger and cucumber, and they all have minerals in them.
Yeah.
Like blueberries is really good because it's like has a lot of antioxidants.
Do you have to like smash them? Or you just
You can. I don't. I just cut them up.
Okay.
And I'll put it in the fridge for like a few hours or overnight.
Okay.
And then I'll just drink it like that. And it is true. Like you do need minerals in your water. That's why they say like Arrowhead and Crystal Geyser, those are better because purified water, because it's purified, like your body's still gonna look for the minerals, so it's gonna like dehydrate you a little bit more. That's why they say that you're technically not really hydrating yourself.
Yeah.
And Arrowhead is just like straight water, like from the fucking mountain, so it has all the minerals. That's why it helps hydrate you more.
And quote, a little funny, dude.
That's why it tastes like tap water,
dude. Literally, I was so shook because I saw that video too, because I was an Arrowhead water hater, and I was like, oh my goodness, when I should have really been loving Arrowhead this whole time.
I'm strictly Arrowhead now, dude, to be honest.
Same. Ever since then, when I saw that video, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna drink Arrowhead. Literally, now I go to the grocery store and like I get only Arrowhead.
And there's always Arrowhead because nobody wants to drink that shit.
So keep it a secret, y'all. Who's ever watching, don't tell nobody.
No, but it did help me too, because even like when I would be at the gym, I would have to buy water bottles constantly because I'm like, I don't want to fill it up from the nasty ass like fountain, and now because Arrowhead like got me used to that tap water flavor, I can fill it up like I'll fill it up like 100 times, honestly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so drink your mineral water, guys. It's good, but adding a little salt does help.
Yeah,
because you technically need electrolytes either way.
Yeah,
like I used to drink a lot of Pedialyte, low key, and that helps keep you hydrated too, even if it's flavored.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Drink your water, guys. Okay, because I forgot I wanted to mention that too. Because you know how obviously we did the juices and stuff. I noticed that drinking this water with like fruit and stuff, because I just started doing that last week. Like I did it the whole week. And my goal is to get over a gallon, which I was able to. It made my body react how when I juice. Like the same reactions I get when I juice, that's how I reacted to the water. Like that. So I definitely think drinking water is so underrated. And for that reason, because people don't want to pee, but it's like, bro, whatever, just go piss.
Yeah. And I've heard people do water cleanses too, so I'm assuming like it's good,
never heard
right?
of that.
Really? No, because I remember, I didn't hear. I read because I was gonna buy the juices again to do the cleanse that I had done last time. But I didn't want to spend the money because it's like almost $300. So I was like, fuck, like, do I really need it? You know? And then, so I was looking for alternatives, and one of them was a water cleanse. You can do like a 3-day water cleanse, and you're fine. Like,
what does that mean though? Like you're drinking just water for 3 days?
Yeah. Yes, just water. And he was I think it said like you could eat certain fruits that are like mostly water, like watermelon. It was like 90% water, you know. So you can throw some of those in there as well. But you could do like a 3-day water cleanse or 2-day, and you'll be fine. Yeah, like, your body can still survive. Which sounds a little hard.
I don't think I could do a water cleanse.
Maybe one day.
Hell no, not even one day.
Build up your tolerance.
I think what I like about the juices mostly though is that it's not only helping you detox, it's also giving you all these vitamins that you normally don't get. Exactly. That's why I like the juices. Now, it's not necessarily when I feel like, oh, I need to lose weight or I need to de-bloat. Yeah. It's more of like when I feel like agotada. How do you say agotada?
Exhausted?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. No. I hate when I'm dumb in 2 languages. Like, bro, come on. Yeah, like I feel exhausted and I can feel my body needing extra vitamins, and I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna eat a beet. Like, there's no way.
There's no fucking way. But I actually really love how you're so in tune with your body though, that you're able to like know, like, okay, like I feel exhausted right now. I probably need this, or because I feel like that's so rare. A lot of people don't tune into their bodies. Yeah. And they just can't. And I'm barely learning to do that myself. Yeah. Like to see you, that's like inspiring. Cause I'm like, dude, that's dope as fuck. Like I want to be able to like know my body that well, where it's like, oh, like I need to eat a cucumber to feel better.
Yeah, you can. And I it's because of my, like the whole thing that we went through with my dad, because I saw him know that his body was not functioning correctly, and he just refused to go to the doctor. Okay. And so now I'm like, okay, I don't like going to the doctor, but I know there's ways that I can aid in for myself that I don't have to go to the doctor. Yeah. Like obviously if I'm still feeling like garbage, I'm going to go. Yeah. But this year mostly I want to work on sleep. I don't sleep. Oh shit. I slept for the first time yesterday for 12 hours. Wow. In months. And I slept before midnight, and that was also like, I can't remember the last time I slept before midnight. That's wild. So I was very excited. That's my goal for this year. Thank you. Love that for you.
Because sleep is super important too.
Oh my god, it's so important. For sure. And it's hard.
Super. Especially when you're like a night owl and you're just like up at night.
And you hate the mornings, and you know you're gonna have to wake up early if you go to bed early.
Dude, you know what I fucking found out recently? That if you get all this energy at night, because I feel like I'm like that, where it's like I could be tired all day, but then as soon as the nighttime comes, like I feel like I'm wide the fuck awake. And it's because that means your cortisol goes up at night. That's like your stress hormone. And I was like, bitch, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Like, even like I can't win. I was like, I cannot fucking win, like, because I don't feel stressed, bitch, but I'm wide awake.
But you know like that. I mean? So I was like, what the fuck? In moments like that, that's when you listen to your body. Like I started taking B12, and I started taking magnesium, and I started taking glutamine. But glutamine is more so because I heard it helps with muscle recovery. Yeah. But I read that magnesium helps with sleep. Yeah. So then I've been taking it for like 2 weeks now. So I kind of want to blame my sleep last night on that, but I haven't taken it long enough to know. Cause like, can you feel when you're ovulating?
I'm starting to.
Yeah, like I can always feel it.
But only because either I'm starting to like I said, I'm trying to be more in tune with my body, and I'm starting to notice like the symptoms that I'm starting to feel, which back then it'd just be like all over the place, and I wouldn't really be aware at all. And like now, like I know I'm ovulating when I'm fucking horny. when I just feel that spike
Your
in my
body's
horniness.
like, give it to me right
literally,
now.
it's like impregnate me again. Like literally, like that's like how I feel like when I'm ovulating, and I also get like this like kind of discharge. And I'm starting to be like, okay, around this time, and I have the app too. So like the app tells me, and I'm super on it about like inputting like my period dates. So if my app tells me you're getting your period tomorrow, I will literally get my period tomorrow.
Oh, so it has you like pretty.
It's super like that's to the T. So like it'll tell me like you're ovulating, but I'm trying to not depend on it. And I've also been reading that like they fucking sell your information, like all this fucking like conspiracy shit that I'm like, wait, I don't want to fucking use this, but they already have all my info. Like what the fuck? But I'm trying to be like, okay, well, like I said, like I'm noticing like, listen, okay, like when it says like the app says I'm ovulating, I notice that like I'm horny, or like I have like this kind of discharge, or like things like that I'm like, okay.
Because I can literally feel it.
You feel it? Like I'll bloated?
No, it's like it's not like a regular cramp, but it's a specific cramp that I get, and I'm like, oh shit, like I can literally know exactly when I'm ovulating. Yeah.
That's wild.
I know, it's so crazy, and I didn't notice until I started to. I didn't understand when people said that, like, listen to your body.
Same.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Wow, how do I do that?
Yeah, dude,
but it's so true, especially like even with breaking out, like when I'm eating, like I started to notice, and it was because these last 2 months I really didn't take care of myself, and I slowly cut off soda, I slowly cut off like all these other shit that I'm like, okay, when I was eating that's how my body was reacting or whatever, and so now. Even at the gym, I'm like, okay, you're not here to lose weight. Like, you're just here to be at your, like, at your best. Yeah. Because it's hard.
For sure. About the gym, no, literally, that's kind of, like, why I haven't gone back to the gym. Because I know, like, the version of me that I'm right now, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. If I go to the gym right now, it's not going to be really because I want to aid my health. It's just because I want a fat ass, and
that's fair,
which is fair, which is fine, but I don't want to cater to the male gaze. I'm trying to be like, fuck the patriarchy and fuck all that bullshit. I'm really trying to like cleanse my mind from a lot of behaviors that I would just do to try to get like male attention and validation, which is something I struggled with, and I do feel like I'm getting better, but I still refuse to go to the gym for that reason, because I know in my heart that that's it, and I cringe at myself, which is bad. It's like I'm trading in one thing for another, which is not good. I'm trying to just be neutral and just try to be okay, whatever. Like, I'll try to do some little workouts at home. Bitch, having a child is a workout in and of itself. He has me like running after him all day long, but I'm really just trying to reframe my mind, like you said, work out to be healthy. Like, don't go in there thinking like, oh, your body has to look like this, your body has to look like that, and that's what I struggle with.
But more so even that, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to attract the male gaze. And I try to tell my friends that I'm like, it's okay if you're like, oh, I want this guy to look at my fat ass because I have a fat ass. Like, whatever, you have it and you want to show it, and there's really nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't think that should be a reason not to go. Obviously, if you feel like you're not in the place where you're going to give it your all, like whatever. But I don't think wanting male attention, I do believe that life is in moderation. Yeah. Like, don't go only for male attention. Yeah. But if it's like a plus. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going for my health, but I'm going to get a fat ass, and that's just for sure. Collateral. Like, I'm not going for a fat ass, but I'm going to get one, and I'm going to like enjoy it, and I'm going to want to flaunt it, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's in moderation.
No, and that makes sense 100%. I think personally for me, it's just, I know what kind of like how my mind works when I go to the gym for that reason only. Yeah. So like, let's say I go for a week and I'm doing really good and I'm feeling like really hot. I'm like, fuck yeah. It's been a week and I hit the gym the whole week, really proud. And then, I start, my old habits start coming in, and then I start not going. And then I really beat myself up, and it just goes like in this downward spiral where I feel extra ugly, and like just these extra really like feelings that I'm trying to kind of, reprogram my mind. Like, I don't want those to be like the thoughts I have about myself.
So you go like real high and then real low.
And it's like, and it's something that if like I just feel like I'm not, like, personally I'm not unhealthy. Like I'm not. I'm thin. I'm not unhealthy. I probably could be more active, but I'm not. I'm just trying to tell myself, okay, like if you're not gonna do it with the intention, to be healthy and to just like work on yourself without having kind of like these other thoughts that that if at the end of the day you stop going to the gym, it's gonna like take over, and it's just kind of gonna put you in a hole that's worse than where you're at right now. Like I don't even want to go there, you know. But no, I do get it for sure. I agree. Everything in moderation, and you should want to feel sexy. You should, you know, and feeling sexy, of course, sadly, is gonna come with male attention. Sadly. You know, there's some good ones out there, but a lot of y'all are pervs.
No, dude, that is what I didn't like today. That I was like, yo, like, who are these pedos, perverts that I hadn't seen before?
Right.
Like, why do you have to come?
Why do you have to be here?
Yeah, why can't nice men go
no,
to the
really,
gym?
only the nice ones. There should be like why hasn't someone invented like some kind of machine that like scans you as soon as you walk in the door? It's like, perv, get out.
Me doesn't let me in.
You're like, fuck.
I wanted to find an all girl gym, but sometimes girls are mean. Like today, I was like, girl, you better calm the fuck down. Because I had the squat rack, and this guy, I guess she was already waiting for a while, but I mean, I honestly don't look at other people when I'm at the gym. And this guy came up to us and he was like, hey, like, can I have the squat rack after you guys?
Yeah.
Like, has anyone asked you? And we were like, oh, no, yeah, for sure, take it.
Yeah.
And then this girl came up to us and she was like, hey, like, can we have it instead? Because we had already been waiting. And I think my friend told him something like, oh, like, go ask, like, you know, it's cool with us, but go tell him, you know, because he already
told him, yeah.
Yeah. And my friend doesn't know if she was directing it at us, like the comment, or if she was directing it at the guy. But like my friend heard her say like, oh, I wasn't really fucking asking. And I'm like, dude, like, first of all, I could give a fuck who gets the squat rack after me. I already did my workout.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to be like catty like that. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's really just as easy as going and telling the guy, hey man, like, is it cool if I get it first?
And honestly, it's a personal problem because isn't it gym etiquette to ask? Because there's a million people in the gym who are obviously going to want to use it.
And I saw her. She's not a noob. Like, so I know you know.
Exactly. So if you know gym etiquette, you should know to ask, hey, can I use it next? Yeah. Especially if you know there's probably like 10 other people in the gym that are also going to want to fucking use it. So
like 300 people.
At that point, it's your personal problem.
I know. Girls could be so rude sometimes.
Dude, I hate that. Like, I was at the drive-thru yesterday, and I'm rude.
All right, you heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, I don't know why I said that. No, I meant to say I'm actually really nice to fucking drive-thru workers. Yeah. You know, I've never had a fast food job ever in my life, just because I know I'm not built for it. You know. And I'm pretty sure it's already a stressful job. So I always try to be like nice. Even if I'm having a shitty day and I want to be rude, like I'm always like cool. And I was talking to this girl and I was trying to say my order and she kept interrupting me. Like, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna fucking let me order or you're gonna keep interrupting me? Like, she was trying to like finish my fucking sentences for me. And then I'd be like, no, I actually was gonna say this. And she did it again. And I was like, bruh. And then at the end, my sister had ordered like a burger and she marked it as like a whole like munchie meal, but she just wanted the burger. She didn't want like the munchie meal. I was at Jack's. And then she marked it. So I asked her, I was like, oh, just to confirm, because my sister said like, oh no, just the burger. So I don't know if she heard. So I was like, oh, just to confirm, like, did you just mark the burger or like the munchie meal? And before I could even, she was like, I know. Before I could even like finish my sentence.
Oh hell!
And I was like, bitch, I'm trying to confirm, dumbass. I don't know if you know or you don't know. So I'm trying to make your job easier by not going to the window and then correcting you if you got it wrong. So I'm trying to help you out, but whatever. So I was like, okay. I was like, you know, it's fine. She's probably hating her life. It's probably one of those days where it's like, fuck my job. Why am I working here? You know, I get it. I've had those. So got to the window and she repeats my order to me. And then she doesn't give me the soda. So I tell her like, yo, like I ordered the soda. And she was like, well, when I repeated my order to you, like, why didn't you say that the soda wasn't in there? And I was like, well, when I asked for it at the freaking drive-thru window, you said that you wrote it down. So I assumed that you were listening to me. So why the fuck do I? And it was just, we were just both staring at each other like,
bitch, just give me my soda.
Like super passive aggressively. Like we were both just staring. And I was like, bro, like,
it's not that
serious. It's not. But I was like, bro, you're fucking rude. I was trying to be nice. So
no,
like,
I'm saying like it's not that serious for her. Like, bro, just give me the soda.
No, literally. And I was just like, bro, like maybe if I wanted to tell her so bad, like maybe you didn't fucking interrupt me like 1,000 times. You'd have the order right. But it's just like, dude, it's just shit like that. And then it was just more like annoying because then after that, another person in the call was like, you didn't have to be passive aggressive back. Like, she probably is having a bad day, la la la. And I'm like, what would Jesus do? I was like,
oh my God.
like I get it, and I get it, you know, like. Because a lot of times people are rude to me and I am above it, you know? I was like, but this day, you know, sometimes people just catch you on a bad day too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes you could be having a bad day too. It's not just her.
Exactly. So, you know, a lot of times you probably could go above it. But if there's a day where you just can't and you snap back, it is what it fucking is. Yeah. Let me fucking snap back. Especially if they were the one that started snapping at me first, bitch. Yeah. I used to be so, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, also, I feel like I hate confrontation. But recently, I've been coming into my power, I feel like, when it comes to defending myself and standing up for myself. So I've been feeling myself also kind of get a taste of what it's like to defend myself. And it feels like crack, I'm not going to lie. Because I'm going
to go off on everyone.
Literally, I'm like scared. I'm like, fuck, okay, like I need to kind of really be keeping myself in check, because even with this, I could really just let it go, because I'm not gonna lie, I was not having a bad day. I was fine. And normally I would never like.
But it also is so annoying when people are rude to you for no reason.
Exactly. But I just think that, like I said, normally I would go above it, but this day I'm not gonna lie, even I caught myself off guard that I was kind of like being like passive aggressive back. Same. I was like, ooh, I kind of like her. Like, you know. Just because I was like, dude, it feels nice to stand up for yourself. Yeah. And I never do. I feel like a lot of times I let people like steamroll over me, or like just little things like that. And like, it's hard to kind of go back home at the end of the day and like just remember like someone being rude to you, and it just sucks to feel like you don't stand up for yourself.
And be like, why didn't I just say this?
Or why couldn't I just, you know? Yeah. And sometimes it just feels like you just kind of feel like, fuck, dude, like, come on, like, and you love yourself enough to just say something for once,
and
you know?
You kind of get that, like, knot in your throat where you're like, oh, I feel I could go back in time right
now. Yeah, and literally, so I'm not gonna lie, like, yes, a part of me was like, damn, you know, I could have been more understanding, you know, but at the same time, it's like, bitch, fuck that. She could have been understanding too. Like,
or she could have said nothing and just given you your soda.
Literally, like,
not ruin her day or yours.
Yeah, because like the other day I was talking to my sister, and she was saying how she works at Target, and how this guy came in and gave this lady a sob story and asked her if she could buy him like some items, and she was like, yeah, for sure, and she bought them for him. And she said that like 20 minutes later, he came back to the store and gave another different woman the same sob story and asked the woman to buy her the same items. And she was like checking them out. She was like, yeah, like I'll buy them for you. And my sister was saying like, I wanted to say something to the lady and like tell her like, dude, like he's kind of taking advantage of you. Like, he just got these items from someone. Like, he doesn't really need them from you, you know? Because she was saying, you know, whatever. And she was like, but you know what? No. Like, she was like, but I felt bad. I don't know. Like, I didn't want to, like, put him on the spot. Like, all that stuff. And I was like, valid. But also, like, who the fuck is caring for the girl who's getting taken advantage of? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, in this case, he's being the fucking... I know it's not a crazy example, but he's the one being, like, a kind of douchebag, you know? It's the holiday season, you know? What if she's struggling to fucking buy her family presents, and to do a good deed, she's buying this dude something that he doesn't even need anymore. You know, it's like a lot of times like we feel bad for the bad person, and it's like, bro, who the fuck is feeling bad for the good person in this fucking scenario? And like, and that's kind of like what like was kind of replaying on my mind about the whole like driving situation, because a part of me did want to start feeling bad, like, okay, like, you know, I could have been the bigger person. It wasn't that serious. Like, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have to really be that passive aggressive, blah, blah. But especially because the people in the car were telling me, like, well, you shouldn't have this, and that. And I was like, but bitch, no, fuck that. Like, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't give a fuck. I stood up for myself. Yeah. You know, some people have to get a taste of their own medicine too, you know, to fucking keep it to themselves next time and not be dicks for no reason. And I don't feel bad.
But I also noticed that when you are in a place of privilege, others want to make you feel bad for other people that aren't, but they don't really think back to when maybe you weren't in that same position. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, obviously they're like, dude, like, come on, she has this shitty job and you're just making it harder when you could have just not. But it's also like, yeah, but that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The fact that she works there had nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
She's just some woman who's being rude to you, and that's it at the end of the day.
You don't get a free pass to be a shitty person.
Yeah, like, you don't have to think about people's shitty lives just because they're being dicks to you.
Exactly.
Like, that's not an excuse.
It's not. It does make it easier sometimes. Sometimes, you know, because Going back, like for example, when I was in Cancun, my uncle dropped his wallet, and he likes, I don't know why the fuck he likes to keep his cash in his wallet. Like he had a lot, like an insane amount, and he could have left it in the safe in the room, but he just wants to look at his wallet all fat,
get his spine fucked up from sitting on it.
literally. And he dropped it and they stole it. Thank God they returned like his ID, his passport, that shit that was in his wallet. But all the stack of cash was gone, you know?
Right.
And it's like, okay, you know, and he was obviously like fucking upset. And thankfully, you know, we're blessed enough to where that's not going to make him poor, you know? He's going to come back and he'll make that money back. It's not that serious. I mean, we're literally at a fucking resort, all inclusive, in fucking Cancun, like living our best life. Like we're chilling, you know? It's not money that's really going to like affect them. And I was telling my uncle, you know, because I could tell he was really beat up about it because he wouldn't stop bringing it up. He would just keep talking about it. And I get it. It was a lot of money. And he just kept kind of bringing it up here and there. And I could just tell, like, he was like, fuck. And it didn't help that he was, like, outrageously hungover. So it was just like, oh,
like one bad
like
thing
literally,
after another,
literally. And I was just like, honestly, uncle, like, if it makes you feel better, you know, me just trying to make him feel a tiny bit better, I was like, these workers, not to be fucked up, but I don't think they'll ever be able to have a vacation the way we're having this vacation right now. You know, they look indigenous. They look like, I'm not trying to like, you know, make them out to be like, you know, but I was like, they just seem like they're really just working really hard, you know, trying to make ends meet. Like that's just kind of like the vibe. Like they're super humble. Like at least the workers that I came across, I was like, they just seem really like sweet people that are really just working hard. And I was like, and I feel like whoever stole the money, it's fucked up, obviously, because that's fucked up. You know, you shouldn't steal, but who knows? I was like, maybe they're trying to make ends meet. Maybe now they're really
probably made their day.
Yeah, I was like, they're probably gonna have a really good Christmas this year. Yeah. Like they're probably gonna be able to get presents for their family, their children. You know, pay bills. You know, have a little vacation themselves, even because it was a lot of money. He was so butthurt.
How much was
it? Literally, my tia said it was like $3,000.
Damn! Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would not. Yeah. I'm sorry. I would not have been able to get over that the whole vacation.
Dude, so he was pissed.
Bro, why are you walking around with $3,000 in your wallet? Like,
I'm a clap. So I was like telling my uncle, like, I know for a fact, like, you really blessed these people because I know for a fact the money that they make here in a week or month, shit, is not. Yeah, this does not equal the amount that they just came up on right now, like at all.
Damn.
So when he looked at it like that, I could tell that like it kind of softened the blow a tiny bit. And then I feel like in those instances, like it does help, you know, to kind of see this person and try to like humanize them a little bit. Kind of softens for yourself, for your own personal self.
But even like the guy at Target, the people that are doing the good deed, they don't know. Like
they don't know. No, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that because I honestly give the homeless so much money. Like I have a real soft spot for the homeless. And people are always like, they're gonna use it for this and that, and I'm like, that's on them.
And I use drugs too.
But to me, at the end of the day, I'm like, that's on them. Like whatever if they're telling me they need the money and I'm able to help them, like. I have no business. Like, if I'm gonna give someone something with expecting to like,
why am I gonna?
Like, okay, but what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah, like none of my business.
None of my business. Exactly. So imagine like the lady probably went home and she was like, "Dude, I helped someone out for Christmas." Like that's a low key a good feeling.
Exactly.
To have. 100%. So, fuck that guy, but also I don't doubt that good. Like something good's gonna happen to the people that help.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%.
I believe in that so hard.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to be that person that would give money, but then sometimes I would like judge and be like, this dude looks like he's gonna do it on crack. And I'm not gonna. Until one time I heard that saying of it's like, dude, like, it was like a saying or something. It's like, oh, like don't give money to like people that do drugs because then they're gonna do drugs too. And then they were like, oh, well, I do drugs too. And I was like, oh shit, like. That's so true. I smoke weed too.
But you
know
what?
Like, no, wait, sorry. And then they're like, dude, like, but then like, and you smoke weed and you go to sleep comfortably. You know, you're in your home, you're fed, you're chilling, and it's like these people are out here in the street struggling,
oh my God, I was
depressed.
Just literally like, that's what I was gonna say.
No
like,
bed, no home, no food, nothing.
Yeah, I saw this thing about this girl where she's they asked her like, oh, why do you do drugs? And they're like, go spend the night on the street,
literally,
and like you don't have any warmth, you don't have anything to eat. Like this is the only thing that's
getting me by.
Yeah, that's getting me by. So I was like, bro, like I don't judge. I mean, especially the homeless, like I don't judge at all because I'm like, I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what has had to happen to you for every single person in your life to just refuse to help you.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean that you don't deserve kindness. Like I know people mess up, and I don't doubt that there's homeless people that have done horrible things. But I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not here to ask you about your life. Like, if I'm going to help, I'm going to help, and I'm not going to, like, literally no questions asked. Like, I'm not here to judge you.
No, I love that, and I agree 100%. Because, like you said, I'm not going to judge because who are we to judge at the end of the day? Like,
yeah, like, I fucked up horribly, and people have thankfully forgiven me and done, you know, stayed by my side, but that's not the case with everybody.
I agree 100%. So, guys, give your local homeless man $10, $20.
Give him $1. And don't record that shit.
Yeah, let's talk about it. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I hate it so bad.
Okay, do you ever read the comments of the people that, like, for example, there's a bunch of TikToks account where they, like, go to Walmart, give away $500, give away $1,000, or even, like, homeless person. Like, I follow this account, I forgot the guy's name, I'm so sorry, but he literally records himself, like, giving homeless people, like, adventures, like, taking them to Disney, taking them to, like, you know, but even putting them in motels, hotels, and then actually even getting them off the street. Like, he documents cleaning them up, getting them job interviews, and, like, and then even, like, shows them later, like, how they're doing, like, months later, like, you know, and they're...
That's different.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. So that you're cool with, but when it comes to just like a $20...
It's more of, like, if I'm giving you $20 like this, like, I'm not really giving you $20 for you. Okay, I'm giving it because look at, like, everyone's gonna see that I, like, my hand and that it was me. I don't mind the ones where it's like, there's like a hidden camera and the people go up to all the homeless people. Like, I don't think I don't love it, but I don't think it's done with as much ill intention as it is with people who just, like straight up. Like yeah.
And you can pick up the vibe, I think.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, you can tell when someone's doing it for clout as opposed to just doing it to help.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah, because those like, those kind of give me the vibe of the one where people are like, oh, free hug, or like, if you want to tell me something, like, talk about something, like, like free whatever, and they're just kind of standing there. And those also, I'm always like, why are you recording? But also it's nice because low-key they make me feel good. Yeah. And I'm like, but if you would have never recorded, I would have never seen it.
Exactly.
So I think it just depends how you approach the situation.
For sure. And I also think I don't know if you've ever heard that every reaction has an equal opposite reaction. So how you, like, because hearing you say, like, oh, like, don't record, I agree. Like, there's been times where I've seen people post a video of them, like, giving something to someone homeless, and I think you don't have to record that, like, you know, like, it just kind of, the vibe just kind of comes off, like, And for example, like, I've seen it, like, on TikTok, and then I go in the comments to be like, let's see, everybody agree with me. And then I see a bunch of comments of people that are like, oh, like, thank you for posting this. Like, you actually, like, inspired me to go and, like, do this for someone. And it's like, damn, because I got a negative reaction out of that. I watched it and I was like, why'd you doing that? Like, you know, because the vibe felt off to me personally, you know, and I was like, dude, that was unnecessary. But it inspired somebody else, you know, and it just kind of proves, like, that point where it's like, in a sense, it feels like everything has, like, a like the whole, like, money being stolen from my uncle. Like, it was a shitty situation for us, but I'm pretty sure whoever came up on that money, it was really positive for them. Like, it really helped them. I'm like 1,000% sure. So it's like, isn't that wild? That's, it's
like, it has a lot to do with perspective. Like, what angle you're looking at it. But I feel like that changed with me because, okay, this is when I was like, maybe I was like 19, 18. And I think I was 18. And at the time, I was a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I was the C word hardcore. And...
Wait, at 19, you said?
It was like 18, I think.
19.
And I was going to, like, a homeless thing. But because Chris Brown was going to be there, so I was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to go meet Chris Brown. And dude, that totally changed my perception on everything. That's when I was like, I need to be kind. Like, I need to be nicer to people, and I need to not do things for selfish reasons. Because one, I didn't even get to meet him, but he wasn't even there. Like, I just went thinking he might be there, but I think it was a Thanksgiving, and they were doing, like, they were giving food, in Venice.
Okay.
And so when I went and I was helping out, because obviously, like, he wasn't there, and I was just volunteering, and I started, like, listening to all the homeless people talk, and, like, just the way they were reacting to what everybody was giving them, it softened my heart so much that I understand, because my friend, he's a cop, and he hates homeless people. And he's like, it's not that he hates them, but he sees them do, like, like he's seen them do drugs in front of kids and jack off in front of kids and like do all these cracked out stuff.
Okay.
So I understand him.
His perspective.
Okay. But I feel like it's also...
You can't generalize the whole homeless population just because you had a couple bad experiences.
Yeah. And so that was just to me though, because I went to this place and I had this like life. I would talk to so many people that just changed my view on someone who's less fortunate than me. Mm-hmm. It's the same perception, I think, as to people are like, oh, you're from the ghetto and whatever, like you're probably trashy and whatever. That's, people are fucked up and they say dumb shit like that. And so I was like, okay, just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're stupid, or doesn't mean you don't know how to do this, or doesn't mean that you do drugs, or you know what I mean? So I feel like I honestly think people should volunteer. It really, really changes your heart. It's so crazy.
It kind of inspired me, to be honest.
It has really, 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 like, I can't believe people go through so many things that I'm like, whoa, like, you're so incredible for even being here and not being on drugs, or even if you are on drugs, like the fact that you're still surviving off, like, after going through so many things. And it also changed, like, because I feel like I went through a lot, but then I had already gone through certain things that I thought that if I ever went through that, I was honestly gonna like end it. I was like, if this ever happens to me, I'm ending it. There's no way I can like survive that. And when that happened to me, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep going.
You're like, I'm built different.
Yeah, and now I went through a different situation that I thought I was gonna be stronger in, and I'm like, whoa, like what's painful to me probably is like, you know what I mean? Something that I go through may be like life-threatening to you, but like it wasn't for me. I just think it's crazy how people have different pain tolerances, even emotionally.
Resilience,
strength. Sorry, I was like kind of going off right now.
No, but you're right. Everything you said for sure sounded really dope.
I don't even know how we got here. I'm sorry.
You were talking about.
I have no idea. I just went off. I was starting thinking about every homeless person on the planet. I was like, no.
Dude, it's like when you're starting to pray for your family, and then you just start like, you feel bad that you're not mentioning someone, so you just start mentioning everybody, and then you just end the prayer like, everybody in the whole world, God, please.
Oh my God. I just have a soft spot for them. Like, the cold wave that came through the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
To think of how many people died in the cold. Breaks my fucking heart.
No, it really is sad. And honestly, a lot of TikToks have been coming up on my For You page of women and like food content creators, how they've been like getting together to create meals for the homeless. And I was like, dude, I kind of want to do that. I want to do that. Like, even if it's just a couple plates, I don't have to do anything extravagant. Like, it could just be like literally even my fucking leftovers, I can pack them up. Like, give them away.
I always do that. If I go to a restaurant, I'll steal a fork and I'll give my, like, if I leave a lot of food, I feel bad. So I'll take it and I'll steal one of their forks and I'll just throw it in there.
And that's like a good idea. I mean, if you don't touch it, it's not poke, like, why not? Like, if it's leftover food.
Yeah, I don't give them like a bitten burger.
Literally. Imagine.
No, like, that's
just 2 pieces. It's like it's almost done, but
you want it?
Because I'm about to throw it away.
Sometimes that's happened to me though. Like, I'll give people something, they'll be like, I don't want.
No.
I'm like, okay, then bye.
It's honestly, but I think to me it's funny, like in a good way, because like that saying, like, beggars can be choosers.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, why the fuck not? If they don't like it, why should they take it?
Yeah. Or what if they're allergic?
Literally, you don't know. What if they have a bad trauma experience with like a burger and they don't ever want to touch a burger ever again? That's valid.
Oh my God, talking about kindness. Did you see what Bad Bunny did?
No.
Dude, okay, so a fan got all up in his face. Not all up in his face, but he was like walking and she kind of like went up to him like this and he fucking grabbed her phone and he tossed it into the water. And everyone's like pissed off. Let me find the video so you could see it. But everyone's really upset about it. What do you think? You think he was wrong?
Where was he walking down? Like the street or like the sidewalk? Where was he?
I think he was just on the sidewalk. I don't know where he was going to.
What does the video look like though? Like he's out on the street? Like is it a concert?
No, he's out on the street just walking. Bad Bunny.
And he doesn't have his security on him?
Okay, look.
Oh, she's like right all up on him.
Yeah. What do you think? Who's wrong?
Look, I personally, I hate looking at situations like this in terms of wrong and right, just because I feel like there's so much more duality. I hate black and white thinking.
Yeah.
I hate it so much just because
it's impossible.
It's impossible, dude, because I could easily say, dude, he's probably having a shitty day, stressful day. You know, he's the most popular artist in the world right now. He probably gets people in his face 24/7, and that must be like extremely like draining. And like, even you could love your fans, but you can also have like a limit, you know. And if people don't respect, people just feel like, oh, you're famous, I can like go in your personal bubble and be all up on you. It's like people see these people on their phones, on their screen all day, and you don't think of them as human beings. It's just like this like idol that you're idolizing. So you see them in person and it's like, oh my god, they're real, and just go crazy, and you just do all this shit, and it's like, bro, no, like they're human beings, like they deserve personal space. Like
and we're not entitled to
a picture or anything. And yes, it's fucked up as well, though. You know, like you could have easily been like,
you should have smacked it down.
Yeah, right. Like you could have easily just been like, you know, like move, like not right now. Yeah. You know, and that's that.
But he posted, I think he tweeted, and he said, like, I don't mind meeting you guys, but if you're just gonna throw a phone in my face, like I'm gonna toss it.
Yeah.
So I'm a little more on his side, because I think the obsession that comes with really huge stars is weird.
It's tough.
It's weird. That's how I feel about men in soccer too, though. Like
personally, though, have you ever seen a really famous person just walk next to you, though? Has that ever happened to you? Because it's happened to me, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels surreal as fuck, especially when they're fucking really famous.
I've seen...
It really just let me finish. Like I really.
Bitch, you paused and you're like, wait, let me finish.
No, sorry. I just want you to get like my perspective, so you can kind of just give your opinion. I worked at Six Flags, and I saw Tyler the Creator, and I was working, so he literally fucking like walked like right next to me, and I'm not a fucking Tyler Creator fan. Like I know a couple of his songs like that I think are dope, but I would not consider myself like a diehard fan, like, or nothing. And I was 18, 19 at the time. I was more younger. I would like to think that I'd have more poise now if I met a celebrity, but at the time I just went like fucking nuts. Not like wild, but I was just like, oh my god, Tyler. And I was like, can I get a picture? Like all like excited, like kind of like not in his space, because he was like just right there. And he just looked at me, he said, mm-mm. And I get it, it's valid, you know, like he's at a fucking theme park, he's there to fucking have a good time, not be taking pictures. And I wasn't really bummed, I didn't give a fuck, you know. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan. I just wanted for like IG. Yeah. But I was like, in that moment though, I really because I had like two other like friends with me, and they were like, oh, haha, like clowning on me, like, oh, he turned you down. He said no, pig, bitch, like, you know, just fucking around. Yeah. And I didn't get butthurt because, like I said, I'm not a fan like that, at least. But I thought to myself, damn, if I'm not really a fan like that, why did I react like that? Because it wasn't like I thought, oh, let me do this. It was just like, it was shock. It was like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Like, this like celebrity is like right here next to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just weird. And it's just, if that's how I reacted, like I can't imagine more like unhinged people like being
that are really
celebrities. Yeah. It's like, bro, like it just makes, you know what I mean? Like I get,
because I've seen Mario Lopez. I've seen. I can't remember his last name, but
Mario Lopez. He's not really an A-list celebrity though. He's like a.
He's a celebrity though. He was not. And it was like when he was more in his prime. Like right now, he's not that big. You know what I mean? No. I've seen Paris Hilton. I don't think I saw them in the same place though. It's because I used to go to the mall, like the bougie mall, to just walk around, and I ran into them. I'm trying to think who else I've met. I met these like Mexican actors. But even, you know what I think it is now, that because we've met influencers,
okay,
I think that helped me kind of be like, people are kind of, they're just people. Yeah, they're just pretty normal. Like, I could low-key be famous. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that has definitely made me kind of change my perception on celebrities.
Celebrities, for sure.
Especially because I just assume every celebrity is like, only gonna, like, if I were to run into a celebrity in the street, like, they're not gonna be, like, they're gonna be like, okay, you're just some random ass person that I'm never gonna see again. So why am I gonna get all like, unless it's Juanes, obviously.
For sure.
You know, like if Juanes were, like, if I'm a diehard fan and if he were to be like, don't take a picture of me, I just love him so much that I'm like, I cannot imagine being that bitch that puts Juanes in a bad mood today. Like, no way. Like, I just love you. I want you to be the happiest you could be.
Honestly, I'm just so happy you even spoke to me.
Yeah.
I will respect your boundary. Thank you.
Exactly. I'm like, thank you for voicing yourself to me. Like,
thank you for speaking back to me.
Yeah. So if Bad Bunny was like, get the hell out of my face, I'm gonna get the hell out of his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I even if I'm obsessed, like, I'll probably just freeze and be like,
oh shit,
this is embarrassing. I can't believe Bad Bunny just yelled at me. Like,
but I mean, he yelled at me.
Yeah, that would still take that home. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wonder if it ruined her perception of him.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. What the fuck? I would imagine somebody fucking chucking your phone in the water, but I'd be pissed. Now you have to get a new fucking phone.
What if she was there alone, needed an Uber?
What if she didn't fucking back it up?
Damn.
Like if she had like all these
go any way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
you're right.
You can't really say like who's in the wrong here, and it's just like
But what I do think is stupid is everyone to assume that Bad Bunny has to be nice to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he could be a dick if he wants to be a dick. He's just some guy.
Exactly.
You know? Like, I would be pissed if someone was trying to get up in my face, too.
Yeah.
I'm more on his side, truthfully.
Honestly, I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just here to judge. I'm here to observe.
You know what I was big mad, though? That he gave a free concert and I paid $700 for my ticket.
Dude, did you see the video?
Dude, my friend ran into that concert. He was running home and he was like, LOL, when you're running home, because he lives in Puerto Rico. And he posted it all on his story. He was like right in the front.
No fucking way.
Shout out to Brandon at the Bad Bunny concert. Yeah,
dude, I just saw the TikTok, the girl that lives in the building. I don't know if it came up on yours. She was like, when your building's right here, you get a free Bad Bunny concert. I was like, what the fuck? I saw another one where the dog was just chilling. He was like, imagine being that dog at the Bad Bunny. It was literally right there, just chilling.
Not the dog getting better seats than me.
It's like, this dog doesn't even know it's like the hottest concert in the world right now. I was like,
yeah,
damn.
dude, it was crazy because he was just posting his run and then the next one's like, LOL, when you went into a Bad Bunny concert. I was like,
what the fuck?
I'm gonna ask him to send it to us. I'll clip it on here if he'll let me. All right, y'all. You guys left us a few things that you want to hear about us. So that's
we're going to talk about it. Also, a public service announcement. I'm not wearing a bra right now, and I know you can't really tell because I'm wearing like a baggy t-shirt. But free the fucking nipple, y'all.
Yeah, actually just turn the AC on to get her nips hard.
Just wait on it.
So if you guys focus really hard.
Zoom in real close.
That's a sick-ass shirt.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Okay, so I know I have probably failed already, but I do want to try to curse less.
Okay.
So if I curse, I don't know.
What do you want me to do?
Throw something at me.
Smack your hand.
Like. Yeah. Get up and just...
What's it called? Somebody said do's and don'ts for 2023. Ooh, I like that. Let's think about it.
Do's. Drink your water. Drink your water.
And sleep. Drink water and get good sleep. I feel like those are things that you don't have to exert too much energy to do. Yeah. Those are things that just you could really just start tomorrow. Start right now.
Start literally right now. Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. I saw like someone had like a little water dispenser next to their bed. It was such like a cute little glass one, and it has like a little glass cup at the bottom.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I need that.
That is, and it looks cute.
Yeah, like aesthetic for your room.
Do more for yourself.
Yes.
Do more in every aspect. Like, if you think you're giving it your all, give it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't think you're doing enough, then definitely give it some more.
Get curious.
Yeah.
Just if you don't know what you like, just start experimenting.
Yeah. Just start do things.
Yeah.
That you want to. I know. I'm gonna try to pick up a new hobby this year.
Dope. Don't get back with your ex. No, literally.
Don't call him.
Because they're an ex for a reason. And I think back to like all the times that I would get back with my ex. And I mean, he's my baby daddy now. And we have a great relationship now. And like, I don't doubt that, people could grow. But I feel like for the majority, like when I talk to friends and I just listen to like their relationship problems. Mm-hmm. I know it's easier said than done, of course. But if there's just anything you can do to not get back with your ex, like I promise you, there is other options out there for you that will be better. And I know it might not feel like it if you're like going through the breakup, but I promise you, let's try not to get back with our exes. Please.
I think too, because you're literally, this is gonna sound corny, but that's just how I see it. Like, you're literally writing the story of your life. Why are you gonna repeat a chapter?
Yes.
Get
Please.
creative.
Another don't. We're not gonna be using the handicap stalls in public restrooms. I don't know if you guys do that. I don't anymore, but I just want to bring it up just in case any of you guys watching do this. I know I get it. You know, you go to a public restroom and you want the biggest, like most spacious one, which is completely valid, you know, especially if you're claustrophobic. Things like that, which I get it. If you're claustrophobic and you feel like you need to get in like the bigger one, it's valid. But I just want to share a story. One time I went to the public restroom and the two little ones were taken. So I was like, okay, I'm about to fucking pee my pants. So I went into the handicapped one. Normally I don't, but I did it. And when I was coming out of the restroom, both of the small ones were already free. And one mom had her disabled daughter in a wheelchair. And it was like those electric, like super high-tech wheelchairs because her daughter was really disabled. And she was... I felt so bad. She was picking up her daughter. The chair was literally outside and she was picking up her daughter, and dude, the door had to remain open because like she just, you know, it was too small. And I felt like the most shittiest person, even though I didn't intentionally take it. Like I literally was the only option I had. I just felt so fucked up because when that mom saw me come out of the restroom like a fucking normal person, obviously she doesn't know that. So she probably just saw me like this bitch. Like she doesn't need it, you know? And that just really always stayed with me. And to this day, now, even if it's the only one available, I won't. Like, if I can hold it, I won't. Like, I'll just wait for one to regular stall. So please, guys, if you're watching this, I know, like, 9 times out of 10, no one will probably need it in the moment, but you never know. And it was really, like, heart-wrenching to see that. And they deserve their privacy for anyone that truly needs it. So please, guys, if you do not have to use the handicapped restroom at a public restroom, please just don't use it. Stick to
I always use the first one. Because it's the one most people skip. So
that's true.
So I'm like, probably it's cleaner than the rest because everybody skips this one.
Yeah. Also, don't use your hands. Like, use your feet to flush. You don't need to put your hand on it.
Please wash your hands. I saw a podcast of these 2 girls that say that they don't wash their hands after they pee.
What?
And they're like, what? Like, I'm not touching my, like, pussy or whatever. But I was like, that's still kind of gross because you touched a bunch of other stuff.
Germs floating around.
Yeah, and then when public restrooms don't even have a lid, so when you flush, like, the germs come out.
Exactly. And then another one, don't dry your hands with the ones that the what are they called?
Yeah, the hand dryer.
Yes, dude. I saw that study that they released about how it actually dirties your hand more than it cleans it. I was
it probably is a study, but I saw it on this guy on TikTok who did it like on his little petri dish. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. Never again.
That's so funny.
Never again. What's another don't? Do set your boundaries. I feel like boundaries are important. I'm learning. Honestly, I've seen a huge change in my life setting boundaries. It's fucking hard, but if just one time in the month you can do it, maybe you might not be able to do it 9 times out of 10, but if you just take that one time and you just go with it, keep trying to set it the next time, like just try to set your boundaries, y'all. Like I promise you'll be more at peace. You'll feel better.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Like literally just keep going.
Just keep swimming. I can't really think. I should have made a list for that.
I know, it's because that one's new.
Yeah. Let's see. Advice on how to be alone. Yeah, that's tough.
I cannot help.
I think if you want to be alone, damn, it is a hard one. I struggle with it. And I'm not going to lie. I feel like the only reason why I was able to start was because I felt like I was kind of being forced to be alone. Mm-hmm. I felt like I was losing people in my life that I cared for. And I didn't understand why. Not because I didn't know like what the situations were. Mm-hmm. I just felt like, why is this happening to me? Yeah. You know, I just kind of felt like a season of my life where I felt like I was being pushed to be alone, and it hurt because I just felt like, why me? You know, like, why is this happening? You know, like, I love these people, whatever. Even though it was people that I had conflict with, you know, we tend to just want to focus on the good, but like mm-hmm. this, but like that. And so it makes it harder for us to feel like we can be alone. But I feel like, I think you can start by reframing what being alone means. Because I feel like when you say, oh, be alone, it kind of carries like a very like heavy feeling, like a negative like stigma that being alone is bad. And I feel like start there. Start reframing what being alone means, because it's not bad. It might feel a little uncomfortable at first to try it. It might feel scary. It might feel like your brain might want to tell you like, oh, you're alone because you're this, because you're that, and it could be easy to fall into like those kind of thoughts. But just find things, I think, that make you happy, even if you don't have anything. Like if you journal, that could be fun. If you could read a book, or if you could go on a walk, even if it's not things that you're used to or that you really like, just try to find things that you can do on your own alone. And if you don't want to, like, if you feel anxious about going out in public, just, watching a movie by yourself, or I don't know, just try to, I feel like the important thing is not to, it doesn't have to feel good. I feel like a lot of people think, oh, it doesn't feel good, so it's not right, but it doesn't feel good because it's uncomfortable and you're not used to it. But over time, I promise you, it will start feeling good. You'll start enjoying your own company because you are a person, you are with yourself, you're technically not alone. And it will start feeling good after a while. Like, I promise. I've already gotten to a point where I enjoy my solitude. It's actually necessary now. And I never thought that I would ever be able to say that. I never in a million years thought that I would actually tell my friends, actually, like, no, guys, I'm not gonna do this. Not that I'll lag, but like if I'm invited to this, like I'll turn down plans. And I used to never do that. Like if my friends invited me to something and I would be like, yes, like I'm there, and not even because I would get FOMO if I missed out. It was just more like I just didn't say no. Like I always just wanted to be with people all the time.
And I think honestly, it's such a privilege to be able to sit with your thoughts.
Yes.
I think that's what's hard because obviously when you're alone, you're not talking to anyone and you have to, sometimes when you have a negative thought, you're like, okay, I'm just going to get distracted because I'm talking to this person or whatever. But when you're alone, you're like, okay, like I have to sit with my thoughts and really process why I'm feeling this way. And I think that's why it's hard. Part.
And a lot of times we don't because we're just on our phone. We're like, okay, we're alone.
That's important too, to be alone without your phone.
Yes. So even if you feel like you can't, start with a timer. That's literally what I would do. I would literally put a 5-minute timer on my phone. If you feel like 5 minutes feels too long, you could even do 1-2 minutes.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, don't be on your phone. And a lot of times, if you feel like you're, like, for example, a lot of times I would find myself like sitting in my room and I could feel myself getting agitated because I'd be like, bro, this feels fucking weird. Like I want to go get on my phone, or I just want to like call up my friend and be like, let's hang out or something. One time I had like a dance party by myself and I just started dancing by my room. I always
do that.
Right? And I just started blasting music in my room and I just started dancing and I started like looking in the mirror and like saying like, ooh, like I'm gonna try this move. Like, does it look good? Yeah. And I just started fucking around. But then after I like
that
exerted,
makes me feel so much better. Dude, I do that so often.
And I love so doing dope that. Because you just like, you not only do you like exert energy, but
you're having fun.
You have fun. Yeah, it's like you connect to like a little you that just likes to do anything. And like, dude, you look at children, they literally get easily entertained doing fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And I believe we could all be that way again. Like we're just so conditioned to have phones, TVs,
dude,
everything.
I am so addicted to my phone. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions, that I will do something. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna go pee, and then be like, I'm gonna grab my phone. But then I'm like, why can't I just pee? Like, why do I have to sit on the toilet?
And do you ever like start walking and say, no, I'm not gonna grab it, and then you're like halfway to the bathroom, like, no, actually I'm gonna go grab it.
Yes! That's when I was like, I started doing like, I'll be like, but
same.
I don't need it.
Same.
Like I'm trying not to use it when I eat. I'm trying, but and it's not even that I'm like on social media. Like I will literally be having something like playing like Netflix or whatever. So now I'm like, okay, you're gonna take a shower. I'll play music, but I'll leave my phone outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna change it. Like whatever song that plays. Yeah, because I would literally put my phone there and I'd be like showering while watching Netflix.
You have your towel so you could dry your hands.
Yes, I could change it. I hate that. Oh my god, that is that was like a personal ick that I was like, why am I doing this? This is so embarrassing.
It's
so tough. Getting my screen, do get your screen time down.
Yes, actually I was about to say that. Add it to the list. You guys, please, your phone. I know it's excruciatingly hard. Everyone is so used to their phones, and hold grace for yourself at the same time, because this is not an easy thing to do. Everyone, myself included, likes to think that it should be easy to put your phone down. It's not, guys. We're addicted. It's a fact. Everyone is. It's rare to meet a person that's not addicted to their phone. So just hold grace. Even if it's just 2 minutes, you'll be able to be consistent if you celebrate those 2 minutes. Yeah. If you are able to put your phone on for 2 minutes and you're normally on it for 8 hours a day on your phone, celebrate that. Literally, like, act like it's like the biggest accomplishment ever and just keep doing it.
And then strive for more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because people swear they, because I've met a lot of, especially men. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I respect you guys.
We respect men around here.
No, but I do notice that they're like, oh, but I'm not like on social media. I'm not on this. I'm like, yeah, bro, but I know you're on YouTube. I know you're on, there's other things to do on your phone rather than just social media.
Exactly. There's no such thing as like better things to do on your phone. No, you're on your phone. And
yeah,
that's all
at the end of the day. Unless it's like your job, then we really should not be having that much screen time.
No. Do you ever like not take your phone to the restroom and then so you start reading like the labels on like the lotion?
No, actually, I do talk to myself in my head a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if I'm sitting there, sometimes I'll just be like, if someone walked in right now, they'd probably be like, this bitch is just staring off into space. But I'm literally talking to myself.
Yeah, but you're not actually out loud, just
no, just in my head. Yeah, okay. I want to get to a point. I don't know why, but I want to get to a point where I can speak to myself out loud. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, why'd you do that? Like that. Yeah. But then I'm like, okay, well, that, like, one sentence, was anyone around? You know what I mean? And I want to be comfortable to just talk, but I know it's just me saying my thoughts out loud.
Yeah. Damn.
But I heard that there's some people that can't do that.
What do you mean?
That they don't have, like, an inner like, voice, inner dialogue, yeah.
That's crazy. I heard that, too.
I can't imagine.
Could never be me.
No.
Must be nice, though. Sounds like it might be,
just being
calm.
Blank?
Like,
oh, yeah.
nothing going on. To just, everything's like,
just still.
Just fine.
That would scare me.
I mean, would it though if you never experienced it?
Oh, that's true. But I guess if it changed now.
Now of course it'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
It would feel like I'm in a room where like there's no sound. Where I'm like,
yeah.
I actually want to go to that room. There's a room where it's like the quietest room in the world, and people only last like 30 seconds in there because they're so overwhelmed by like the absence of sound. I don't know. But
you know what? Someone mentioned to me that they wanted to try, but I don't think I could ever do it. Is when they put you in a pod and like with water, and it's completely quiet, but you're in
like
water,
you're just like floating.
Yeah, and it's closed though. Yeah, I feel like I would freak the fuck out.
But you could open it.
No, yeah, I wouldn't.
You don't want to?
I would be like, don't close it. Leave it
open, scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Is there no light in there?
No, okay, it's pitch black. It's quiet. Like, it's just like, they say that you reach a point where you just don't feel your body anymore.
Oh my God, I got the chills.
Yeah, you don't feel your body anymore. It's just like, you're just like this ball of light. Like, that's it.
Plus, I'm obnoxious. Have you seen Stranger Things?
No. Well, I haven't seen the last season.
Oh, okay, but you know how like 11 goes in the water and starts like, you know, that I feel like I would just do that for
fun.
Start
twitching all crazy. They'd be like, are you okay?
I pretend like I'm having a vision or something.
Method acting.
Oh my God, I just heard you say method acting?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think you just said I'm acting.
I'm acting?
Yeah, I didn't hear the method until after.
Bro,
method acting's crazy.
The recent method acting I heard was when Jeffrey Dahmer, the actor, I don't know if you saw the interview with...
He did method acting for that?
Yes.
No way.
So the lady... Ew. Yeah, right? Yeah, the lady on set, the neighbor in the movie, in the show. Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know who you're talking about.
You know the actress? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, she said that she felt like Jeffrey... What's his name in real life?
Evan Peters?
Evan, yeah. She said that she felt like Evan didn't like her. Like, she would show up to set and like try to talk to him, be like, hey, you know, like, you know, because they're coworkers.
Yeah.
And she said that he would just always be like standoffish and like she didn't get it. And she was like, damn, like he doesn't like me. Like, that's fucked up. She was like, he doesn't.
Did she not know that he was doing that?
No. And no one told her either. That was, yeah, she said that was like his first time like meeting him, you know, so like. She said she eventually just got to a point where she was like, well, fine then. If you don't fucking like me, then I don't fucking like you. You know, like, it is what it is. You know, like, I'm gonna just let you be. Like, I'll stay out your way. Mm-hmm. And until eventually, like, she said that when, like, filming was wrapped up and it was over, like, he went to her and was like, hey, like, I was looking like method acting. You know, I just want you to know that. Like, he was not willing to break character at all. Like, even to tell someone, like, hey, like, I'm method acting right now.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's like, he was taking it, like, 1,000% serious. Because he truly wanted to, like, embody that, like, essence of someone that's just sinister and, like, hiding a secret and doesn't talk too much and just...
I don't like method acting.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to me.
It's just more of, like, you should be able to do your job and go home. Isn't it? Like, why do you have to completely embody this person? Yeah. Are you not able to portray, like...
that is scary.
Like, is that on your acting skills or is that just your mental?
Exactly. Like, wasn't that one guy that went crazy from that method acting? He wasn't able to come back from it. The Batman.
Yeah. The Joker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I forgot his name too. I'm so sorry, guys. But y'all know who we're talking about. No, literally. Like,
he's okay. I'm just gonna look it up. Fuck that shit.
Okay.
10 things I hate about you. I know who we're talking about. Dark Knight. Cast. Heath Ledger. Oh my God, yes. I'm so sorry.
Right, and that's
yeah, and then he committed suicide.
Yeah, he never was able to come back from that, and that's
what I mean. Like,
wild to me.
You should be able to do your job and then go home and leave your work at work. Like, even if you're an actor, and it's always men.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be not as...
We gotta call it how we see it over here. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Maybe I should put it into my New Year's resolution to stop talking about men so much. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, guys.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Why do girls, in my case, never speak up when there's a problem in the relationship? Why do you think?
Okay. You know, I'm gonna piss y'all off again, but whatever.
Yeah.
Because in my brain, it should be common sense to you. Mm-hmm. And I can't comprehend the fact that it's not. Or if you do something that's upsetting to me and I get upset right away, it's in my brain, like, you should know because
that's common sense.
Yeah. And at least that's for me why I don't speak up. Because I'm like, really? Like, you don't know?
Yeah.
You don't know. And normally they do.
Do you think normally they do know?
No. I really don't. I'm like, wow, I should have just told you because this was a waste of my time. Mm-hmm, yeah, sure. I honestly think because normally the things that girls get mad at, it's things that guys would never get mad at. Uh-huh. So how, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just going to be like, what? That's stupid. Like, I would have never gotten mad at that, so how would I know?
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Me personally, you know, in my case, at least, I mean, I'm going to talk from personal experience because I can only speak from my experience. I don't know why other girlies do it. And I'm pretty sure there's a million reasons why women don't speak up. But in my personal case, but like in my relationships, I didn't speak up when I had an issue with something because, and I hate to kind of bring up like,
toxic you?
No, not even toxic me. More like traumatized me. Because I grew up in a very toxic household, you know. Mm-hmm. In a Hispanic household, it's like your feelings were never taken into consideration. What you wanted was never asked. It was always, we're doing it this way or it's gonna be this way because I'm the parent and this is how I say so. So honestly, and that's how it's always been like for me growing up with my parents. So I personally just always siempre me lo tragaba, like,
oh, like you were like, this is just how it is.
Like if someone did something to me in a friendship or like in a relationship and it really hurt me, I really just had this belief where it's like, well, I just don't want conflict. Well, that's another thing. I hated conflict because my mom was really like physically and verbally abusive. So every time I would try to even speak up against my mom, like when I was younger, not anymore, but I would literally start trembling and my voice would crack and I would like twitch. Like I would get all these shitty ass symptoms that I just felt so unsafe. My fight or flight was like extremely activated, and I was like, I just learned over time that that feeling was very shitty, and if I could avoid it, I'd rather just not even speak up. Mm-hmm. So I just really was just like, I just am not gonna speak up, and that's something that I carried. That as a kid probably helped me, you know, because I was a kid and I didn't understand a lot of things, and now I hold grace for my parents and I understand a lot of why they did what they did. But as in a relationship, sadly, a lot of women and men, I feel like are not really self-aware of why they do what they do. I feel like everyone has good intentions and they really just everyone wants to have their needs met. You know, everyone wants love. All these girls are upset because they just want love. You know, they just want to have a good relationship. Men as well, you know, they just want to have a good relationship with their partners. And it's sad when I see like a lot of these conflicting problems and emotions as simple as this one, like a woman not being able to speak up. It's sad because if we were just taught like basic communication as kids instead of being slapped around and like pushed around and all these things, a lot of problems would probably be avoided. I mean, not saying that miscommunications won't happen because we're human, you know, no one's perfect. Yeah. But me personally, that's why I didn't speak up in relationships. Like I just felt like I felt this certain way. I didn't feel safe sharing it because, like you said, you just assume they should know or it's not going to end well. They're not going to give me my way. They're going to invalidate how I feel.
If anything, I'm going to feel worse.
If anything, they're going to be like, well, you shouldn't feel like that or it wasn't like that. And a lot of people don't understand that when someone is coming to you with something, let's say that you I don't know, something that hurt them. It doesn't matter what. A lot of people forget that it's valid, even if that was not your intention, even if you can be like, bro, like, but I literally, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. at the end of the day, they're still hurt.
Yeah, like you can't tell someone that you didn't hurt them. You don't know.
Exactly, for sure. So, and I feel like, and it sucks because I also feel like there's that other side of the coin where, for example, me, I grew up with a dad who was very like dry with me and like not affectionate at all. So I always attracted men who were very dry and not affectionate with me at all. So whenever I was in relationships with these men and they wouldn't like give me a hug, or like they wouldn't, like we would be out in public and like they didn't want to hold hands with me, I would get so hurt, and I would get like, it would be extra. Like my boyfriends would be like, dude, like, I just didn't want to hold your hand because it's 90, 100 degrees outside. Like we're about to start a waterfall right now. Like it's, not because they didn't love me. They had their own perfect reason as to why they didn't want to hold hands, which is completely valid. But me, in my hurt, I didn't understand why it felt so strong to me, that feeling of just feeling rejected. But once I really started digging up like my trauma and what things come from, I realized that it was never even about him not wanting to hold my hand. It was that little girl inside of me who would run up to her dad and wanted to give him a hug, or wanted to give him a kiss, or wanted to talk about my day, or just wanted a hug, and he just was always like back up a little bit. Like, you got to still over there, like it was, and that is what I feel like just a lot of I know it's hard. It's not easy to want to be able to get to the deep root of why things happen, but I also feel like everyone deserves to be genuinely loved and have like nice relationships where they both feel committed and fulfilled and in love in a genuinely like beautiful way that isn't always like just clouded with a lot of hurt and resentment towards each other. And just me from my personal experience of like my healing journey, I know that that's possible for people if they're just willing to explore themselves more and go deep within. So my recommendation to you is to ask your partner questions whenever you notice that they're upset. If they're not willing to open up, maybe instead of questioning them, act with a tone that's probably like accusing them of not opening. Like, I feel like a lot of people, when you feel your partner not opening up, it's easy to just be like, why aren't you,
but I asked you and you didn't say anything.
If you're going to come at someone like that, not saying that you do, by the way, but setting up a safe space before having a hard conversation is really important. To come with a tone that's curious, that you're trying to learn, you're trying to understand, instead of you're trying to like just like steamroll over a situation and just like, let's just get it out the way to just move past it. And I get it. It could be it's really uncomfortable for both parties, and I acknowledge that, but I just recommend to be curious, to hold grace, ask questions, and in a loving way, to really try to get your partner to feel safe, and just hope that they're willing to open up and you guys can reach an understanding. But yeah, that's kind of like my...
Dude, you went off right now.
Thank you.
I was
thank
like,
you.
yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what you said, though, that kind of stood out to me? Where you were like, oh, for them to genuinely apologize.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the times when relationships have problems like that is because whoever's at wrong really wants them to apologize, so the other person just is like, okay, I'm sorry, without really meaning it. And neither parties are really happy. So I think waiting for the other person to come to terms with their own emotions as well is important, because I know sometimes it's like, no, we have to talk about it right now, and people are like, I'm just not ready for that, like I don't feel like having this conversation right now.
And that was me.
That's
like so hard.
People need time, like not everyone obviously, but some people need time to gather their thoughts so they don't just talk out of their ass.
Exactly. And it's better to, because like you said, if you're on like a high emotion, you most likely are going to talk out of your ass.
Yeah, and then you say things that you don't even really mean, and then it sticks with the other person. They're like, but why did you say this? And you're like, I don't know. It's so hard. Relationships are hard.
They're fucking hard.
Like, I just saw this tweet not that long ago that was like, no, I want, like, don't tell me that my fairy tale fantasy is unrealistic. Like, I know that what I want, and I don't want to be like fighting, and I want it always to be great. And I'm like, dude, like, it's impossible. Never. It's impossible to have a relationship where you don't fight.
Never.
Like, never. That's never going to happen. And people look for a relationship with that idea. And I think that's why most people that aren't able to find love is for that reason. That they're like, oh, like, I don't want to struggle. I don't want it to be hard. Like, obviously, it shouldn't be hard in certain aspects.
Of course.
But you're always going to find a bump on the road.
Of course. I agree 100%. And I feel like it just goes back to the way we saw conflict, you know, the way we've just been conditioned to see conflict. You know, if you always saw conflict that was very chaotic and hurtful, you're just gonna be programmed to be like, fuck that. Like me, whenever I tried to stand up to my mom in any form of conflict, my body, dude, when I tell you, like, to this day, it's something that I struggle with when it comes to conflict. Thankfully, I'm getting better, but it still happens where I get shaky, I feel nauseous, like, literally the physical reactions I have of trying to not be confrontational, just literally just stand up for myself and just speak up is very excruciating. Like, it feels so shitty. And, like, I understand when people are like, I don't want to fight. You know, it's shitty to feel a lot of those things. You don't want to feel that. And it sucks because we're not taught to handle, like, fighting well, you know? And I feel like a lot of people, too, and I think we've said it before, when you're fighting with your partner, you always see it's like you're going against each other. And I've heard that quote one time, I think I've shared it, and it's always stuck to me, that it's like, it's not you against your partner, it's you two together against the issue. And I feel like if people were able to
I think you did say that like a long time ago.
Yes, and that always sticks to me whenever I'm fighting with anyone that I care about and that I truly love and I know that I want them in my life. Yeah. I try to really see me and that person together. Like, okay, like, maybe right now we're having a disagreement, but at the end of the day, I know that we both want to be okay. And I'm going to try my hardest to make it so that I'm not attacking this person personally and I'm attacking the issue, you know? And I feel like a lot of it's words, you know? It's if we just learn to use the right words. Yeah. Like,
but sometimes it's also the ego kind of taking over of, I want to be right and I know you're wrong.
And that's hard.
Yeah. It's hard to put your ego at the side.
It's so hard, dude. And I agree. And I feel like this is why I mentioned earlier, I agree, there's to never be a relationship without problems, because we're human beings, we're flawed, and we're always gonna have disagreements, you know, whatever, misunderstandings, miscommunications. But I do feel like that we can better handle problems. And I feel like if you want to learn to better handle any fight, you're going to have to first learn yourself.
Yeah, look at yourself.
You're not going to, and I know people tend to want to look out at the other person that they're with in any kind of friendship relationship, but it doesn't work that way. I've personally seen that when my relationship have gotten better, when I go and because I can't change the person, you know, I can't make them act the way I want them to act. The only thing I can do is change the behavior in me that I know is also an issue. Because just how you might feel like your partner has something that you don't like, I'm pretty sure they can point out shit in you that they don't like. So, you know, I feel like I've just been trying to think, okay, my brain loves, and I've learned this in therapy, that when your brain doesn't want to focus on like you yourself, it'll literally like just try to like point out everything and everyone else, and like you want to fix everyone else, you want to help everyone else, but that's because you're like avoiding yourself and your problems. And I'm a big, like, I do that like a lot.
Which makes sense. It's kind of like that, like, why can I give such good advice but I can never take it?
You never take it. Exactly. And like going back to like your whole ego thing, like you said, like you want to be right, you don't want to believe that you're flawed and that you could like, am I the problem? Like, you don't ever want to believe.
I don't think I'm the problem.
No, right? It's like you don't want to, and then there's not to say that a lot of times you probably aren't, you know. But I feel like it gets easier if you're willing to just work on yourself. And I hate with like how with like spirituality, I feel like I fell into that trap for a while too, of just feeling like I always had to be like striving to be the best version of myself and striving to not be perfect, but just like I wanted to like just do like a whole 180 and like I wanted to change it. And I realized, I guess I can grow and I can learn and I could put things into practice, but I'm human and I'm flawed and I'm gonna fuck up. And I have to accept that even on this journey of learning and growing, I'm still gonna fuck up. I'm still gonna get it wrong. I'm still gonna say mean things sometimes. My ego's gonna get the best of me sometimes. I'm still gonna feel like being a bitch sometimes. And in those moments, I really just like hold grace for yourself, and I hold grace for myself, because it's like I know what I'm doing. You know, like I have the awareness, I feel like. So it's like, okay, like I'm not gonna beat myself up. Like it's already shitty situation going on. If I fucked up, and the shame that comes with knowing that you did fuck up in a certain
it's the worst. Honestly, I think it's like top 5 worst feelings.
Right? It's like terrible knowing that damn, you were the problem in this situation.
Literally cringing at yourself.
Yeah, it's really fucking hard. And so it's like you already have this inner dialogue that's fucking you over, that's ripping up to shreds. So I just feel like the little least I can do personally, at least in when I'm like going insane when I fuck up, is just like, okay, like I'll have my 10-minute like fucking party where I shit on myself, because I feel like I just have to get it out. I can't just like be like, no, you know, like I have to still like exert some kind of energy. But then I'm like, okay, like there, I gave myself the time to fucking shit on myself, but I'm also now gonna not just try to see how I'm gonna repair the situation, but also kind of
how you can move forward,
how I can just show myself grace. Like what can I say to myself, because I feel like going back to being human and the fuck up, I feel like we weren't taught how to deal with fucking up. I feel like, at least going with Hispanic parents, you know, if you fuck up, it's like you get the chancla bitch, you get the cinto, you get like talk shit to. And it's like, yo, a lot of times it's like, it was an accident, you know, a lot of times I didn't, you know, whatever. And it's like, so I feel like we're harder on ourselves in these moments where we really should have grace.
And I think that goes even when you kind of show that towards others, because like when people like mess up and then you just kind of hold it over their head forever, no one really grows like that. No. Like at some point you have to accept people's genuine apology, or just like I guess wish to move on. Yeah. Because I don't know how you can grow if you're holding all the. Because I notice it happens a lot when you, I guess, haven't talked to someone in a long time. And they're like, oh, yeah, but when I used to know them like 3 years ago, they were this and this way. And it's like, okay, but if you don't really give people the chance to change, then how are they going to grow? How are they going to get better?
Oh, yeah. And then I also read this thing that said one time, like, you will waste your breath and your energy trying to show someone the new version of you. And I say that in quotes, you know, like, because you will have been a whole different person, and these people will still hold like these old versions of you in their brain.
Definitely.
And you cannot change that. You cannot go into someone's head and be like, well, this is how I am now. See me. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, you could just show up every day as who you want to be. And I think, honestly, if someone refuses to kind of acknowledge the growth in you, you do not. It's like,
says a lot about them.
100%. Like, I saw this. Somebody posted on TikTok. I love her. She's a lawyer, and she gave advice, and she said, if you lend somebody $20 and then they avoid you from that moment forward, just so that they could never pay you back, those $20 were worth it.
Oh, it was like an investment?
Yes, because that person is negative, obviously, and you don't want a person like that in your life. And I feel like it applies to this as well. Like, if you feel like you're genuinely growing and you have people around you that just refuse to see it, or they just want to bring up old shit, you don't want those people in your life. Exactly. You know, you don't, because they're not acknowledging you, they're not celebrating you, they're not encouraging you. Why do you want to carry that? So for 2023, drop those people, y'all.
We're just thinking of new resolutions for you guys at this point.
I think this is what this pod is.
Yeah. We're here to solve your problems.
We're going to ignore ours, honestly.
I actually have a resolution for the podcast, low-key. Like, I'm trying to get... I don't want to say a number for subscribers, because I know we all share subscribers. You know, shout out to everyone who views all the other podcasts too, because they're killing it. Yes. But I do want to get our Instagram to 100K. Aww. So it's a little personal goal. Yes. I hope, you know, I want to bring more quality content. Yes. You know, because our viewers, they deserve it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we love you guys.
And thank you for sticking with us. Anybody that's watched.
Yeah,
and has
OGs.
Been an OG. So, oh my God, talking about OG and like subscribers and just people that support in general. One of my friends from high school bought a sweater, and she posted it and she tagged me, and I thought that was like the sweetest thing, because this was a friend that I partied with in high school, and she's a mom now as well. Shout out to you, Helena. You're so sweet. We partied together, you know, we weren't super close friends, but we were friends that when we saw each other, you know, we were dope people, like, you know, all love. And you know, it's just crazy because you just never think. I don't know. You just
Dude.
never think that, you know, people at least that you grew up with, at least like in high school, would support you. You know, like,
dude, I have like a few people that have messaged me that I went to high school with, and they're like, dude, like you're so cool. Like, and honestly, I'm like, dude, I've always thought you were so cool. Like, I wanted to be your friend. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I have some people like that. Yeah. Shout out to Karen.
Dope. See, you know, and I love that. And you know, she bought the sweater and like she tagged me and like she posted it, and I was just like, I was shook. Yeah. I was like, dude, like that's so dope. Like,
because it's people that like you kind of know, like not personally, but kind of. You know what I mean? And the fact that they
just felt like they support exactly like that much,
awesome.
And I just love it so much because I don't want to get into the topic of like, oh, like close as friends to you won't support you that much, you know, because I don't want to take away from the moment. Like it just was really just a true just like, wow, like like I actually reached someone from like my high school, because I feel like a lot of people in your hometown tend to be like haters, like they don't want they don't want to see you win.
They don't want to see you growing.
They don't want to see you thriving out here, you know, and that's sad. Yeah, you know, I think if anyone around you that you grew up with is trying to do something and you know show support, even if it's like a shout out or
for sure,
even a private DM saying like, hey, like I'm seeing what you're doing, like keep it going, like anything. I think is like any type of gesture is like super dope, you know, because like I feel like it could be intimidating to put yourself out there. Like for example, when we started the podcast, I was always like, fuck, like I'm shy to post like this post, like the clip of the podcast. It's like people are gonna see me, like give my opinion.
People that I know are gonna see
that, you know, that knew me from way back then. Like, and it goes back to like I'm not like that anymore. But it's like, you know, it's just all this like imposter syndrome.
And actually I felt that a lot when I was like, oh my God, like I don't want to post it on my story because I don't want anybody that I know to know I'm doing this, because then they're gonna go watch it and then they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like I felt that so hard, and then my cousin started telling me that they watched it, and I was like, all right, if these bitches watch it, then
is the worst.
Then I'm chilling. And like I don't really care at this point.
No, literally, dude.
My mom's always like, ¿Cómo va esa chingadera? And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you. Like, sorry, Mom, I love you, but no.
Dead. No, really. I've had like family members message me asking me like for the name, and like I just can't. I leave them on red, or I'm like, damn. I'm like, I forgot to respond. I'm sorry. Like I just can't.
No, dude. The most hilarious thing happened. I have a friend from Mexico, and he has family here in Riverside. This is a hater, but I don't care. It's a funny story. And I guess like they were talking to each other, and that he sent him a clip of us and was like, mira estas pinches viejas lo que a puras mamadas hablan, something like that. And that he was like, yo, that's my friend low-key, but he's from Mexico. So like obviously his cousin never thought that like
you would know.
Yeah, and I was dying laughing when my cousin told me.
But even that, like, it's funny as fuck. It's true, but like, what the fuck?
That
like,
is such a small world, bro. Like, literally, mind you, he's my friend through my cousin. I would have never met him if it wasn't from, like, it was crazy, but I thought it was so funny.
Dude, never, like, when I went to my friends at Primo Chilo's, they had a party in LA, and I went, and there was someone there in LA. They were like, dude, I love your podcast. And I checked, dude, they did follow me and everything. Aww. And I was like, bro, I mean, LA's not that far. It's like right here, but
still.
I'm just like, what the fuck? You're over here, all the way out here in LA.
That's like 6 cities over there, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like, I'm just at this random party, you know. I just never think, you know. It's crazy to me anytime I meet. Even the negative, quote unquote, you know, reactions are still crazy to me. Like,
they're funny to me because I'll be on the street, I'm like,
you know,
who done did it?
Who here knows me? Dude, no, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be at the store and I'll be catching girls my age looking at me a little too hard. And back then I'd be like, oh, these bitches are hating. But now I'm like, oh my God, do they know?
I'm always like, did you write that hate comment? Like, but it's funny.
Oh my God, no, talking about hate comments, like, isn't it wild how like people like really say like the meanest shit on screen, but then like they won't have the like boss say it in front of your face?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? That. No, I do believe that 100%.
No, like I don't even judge them for that, because I'm like, obviously, like, bitch, I could punch you here. Like, of course you're not gonna say that to my face.
Isn't that wild though? Like people really just be getting bossy.
Dude, I'm like sometimes I hate shit and I'm like, this is dumb. But I'll just scroll.
Yeah,
like
exactly. I'm not gonna waste energy on
way.
Like leaving a hateful comment.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like, I barely even leave good comments.
Right?
No way.
Right? That's wild.
I have to really love. Actually, on TikTok, I don't leave any comments.
I do. I think I feel like I'm corny. I like to leave comments.
But I read all the comments, and I fucking love when I run across a thing and it says like you know how on TikTok it'll tell you people you follow like commented, and I'm like, I agree, baby girl. Like you're right.
Yeah. I don't comment long things, but like if I see like a genuinely sweet video where like someone's trying or like getting out of their comfort zone or someone's doing something sweet, or
oh, that's sweet.
I think I'm one to be like, oh my god, love this for you, or that's so like sweet, or congratulations. Like even if it's like a random stranger,
a little pick me up for them.
I don't know, just because like especially if it's a video with like not that many views or comments, I don't know, it just feels like damn. I feel like if I was this person, it would make my day, and like I feel like it would, you know, I would like to just give that, sprinkle that.
That's
to
super
people.
cute.
Yeah. But then sometimes I feel weird because like you said, it's happened to me where I'll go to the comments and I see someone I follow commented something. Yeah. And sometimes it could be something like out of pocket and I'll be like, whoa, like what? And I guess
I didn't know you were like that.
Yeah. Like, okay, seeing a different side of you, go off.
That's so funny. Yeah. Leave a comment. Leave a nice comment to start the new year. It doesn't have to be directed to us. Just leave something sweet for someone.
To anyone. Yeah. Spread some joy, guys. Mm-hmm. And on that note, I think that this wraps up this episode for the
first
new
of
year.
the year. Woo woo. High five.
I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching, for supporting. Honestly, share our page to your Insta friends.
Let us know what you guys want to see more of this year. So, you know, we can work on giving you guys content that y'all want to see.
Yes, definitely. So, but yes, it would mean a lot to us if you guys could share our podcast on your Instagram, on your TikTok, on your any freaking where that you want to share it. You know, even word of mouth with your homegirls or your homeboys. Anybody, anything on your MySpace? I don't know, Facebook. Yes, it would mean a lot to us because we want to hit some goals. I mean, if we do, cool. If we don't, cool.
If you like us.
You know.
Also, we still have very limited amount of what are they called? Crew necks.
8 of them to be exact. I'm gonna just say it.
Yeah,
8 of them.
I mean, they're nice.
They're
I'm not
really
gonna lie.
nice.
Dude, they really are.
They really are. Saul really went off with the quality. I was surprised.
Kiss.
Not gonna lie, I thought he was the first merch shop. I honestly just thought like, damn, like what's our budget? We're probably gonna get like sweaters from the tianguis, you know, with the what's it, cricket press on.
Oh
there.
my god! You know what I low key wanna next time? I low key wanna make a poncho. Like
really?
Those are hella.
Oh shit,
dude! My Alex has one and low key 10. So
wait, what kind of like the Mexican ass ones, or like those snuggly ones that look like sweaters? And
no, like the Mexican ones.
The Mexican poncho.
Yes.
Okay.
I'ma see.
We're gonna see about that.
We're gonna see what this year
brings. Let us know
brings.
in the comments if you'd wear it.
Yeah, what do you guys think is gonna happen to us this year? Leave a comment.
Yes. What are some goals you guys want us to hit? I'm curious to know.
I'm curious to know what goals you guys are gonna hit.
Yes.
Leave a comment.
Yes. Or tell us what you're gonna avoid this year.
Yeah.
What goal you're dreading, but you're gonna do anyway.
Love you guys. As always, we're your hosts. I'm Stephanie. Find me at Steph Scott Milk on everything.
I'm Vanessa, and I'm blooming. Dude, I need to stop like saying I'm gonna change it. I want to change it so bad. I might go back to Amazing One, but I don't know why.
I love Amazing One.
I feel like I'm cringing, but I might go back.
Do it. But for now,
it's bloomingvc.biz.
And shout out to our new viewers too. If you're new to this channel, welcome. We are very excited to take this ride with you guys. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.